Yeah, everyone, welcome to the season 39 Ozfort Prem Grand Finals. This is Esports versus The Isolation. I'm here with Elmo and Locke.
Hello. Should be a
Sup,
good
guys?
Two
day.
Lachlan's.
Yep.
Yeah, double
Lock.
Lachlan. So yeah, obviously this is the grand final. We've had some trouble with organising at the moment, but we have got everything together now. And I think the map bans and picks will be coming through very shortly. But I suppose we can sort of talk about the bracket at the moment. So we had our preliminary finals last week, and that was the Isolation versus my team, Taylor Swift Fan Club, and unfortunately we got 5-0 twice. So, and then the other bracket as well was Esports versus 4eggs, and I think it was a similar fate for you guys as well, Lachlan.
Well, we played Koth, but we didn't win a round, so yeah, double 3-0.
Okay.
So quite embarrassing, especially after doing decent on Koth previously. So very dominant performances though, which is what you want to see from the grand final teams.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like you said, just the dominance on those matches. It'll definitely be a very close final. I do suppose that Esports did lose a couple maps throughout the season. So I think they lost to your team on a map, and they also lost to Exodia, I think. Yeah. So not as dominant, I suppose, as the Isolation, but still fairly solid. So, but anyway, well, I suppose we can go into the rosters here, right? I don't think there's too much change going on. I'll let you do the Isolation, Lachlan.
Yep, so it should be Sheep Combo Scout. Very strong, probably best player in Oz at the moment. We'll see if Cookie has anything to say about that. Then Andrew, Flank Scout, and I believe Lex is Pocket or Vayne Roma. Not that I think it matters really with how they play.
Yeah.
And then Matt on Demo and Doge.exe on Medic. So very strong. I mean, that's what the roster they ended on last season, and they've had the whole season this time to practice, so they should have been able to iron out any problems with Sheep Combo Scout. That was a newish role to him, and any other problems they had with Doge coming in. Only basically it was the last weekend for the finals after their embarrassing loss on, was it Sultry or whatever that map is?
Yeah, it was Sultry. Yeah, last season.
After which prompted their roster switch. So
yeah. And I'll let you go into Esports, Luck. You're a bit of an expert with them, I suppose.
I guess so. Got Gucci Cookie on the Pocket Scout. Always been strong ever since he sort of started playing. So we'll see how it goes tonight. I know that they haven't been playing as much as they have in probably previous seasons, so interesting to see how long it takes the rust to come off in the grand final.
Yeah.
And then we've got Connor, who swapped to Flank Scout. He's played Scout before, and he's always been a bit of like a Pug Lord Scout, so he's he should be one to watch as well. Like I've seen the logs, he's been putting up good damage and kills.
Yeah, and definitely destroying me at least when I'm Soldier.
And then for the Soldiers, we got Riot on Pocket, and not Paulson. We have Silvo on Roma tonight, I believe.
Yeah. That's
the
they've
only
been running
change
recently.
I think, from my understanding, from both the teams, it's Silver. Yep.
And Riot is always really good. Like every time I've merked or played or whatever, he's always hitting these crazy air shots the whole time. And being a jumper, he's just flying around the map as well.
Yeah, I've always found Riot the hardest to deal with, pretty much, soldier-wise. Like when playing Scout, because like you said, the Tempest, and then he checks everything, which is incredibly annoying. So you basically can't hide.
And even as a medic player, he really is patient with his rockets. Like he'll wait until he can direct me, so I can't surf, and then I just die. Yeah, and I blame my team.
We're just getting into the picks and bans now. So it looks like.
Okay, you didn't let them finish off the roster.
Oh, have you not finished? I apologise. Keep going. Sorry.
We got there's Enrith on Demo and Leo on Medic.
Yeah. I think everyone knows
that
them.
About right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I was saying, onto the picks and the bans. It looks like the Isolation have picked Product, which I suppose is no real surprise, right?
Yeah, I mean, considering I feel like that's by far their worst map. I probably talked about it for like 10 minutes plus, all of last grand final, because I feel like they probably have like a 90% win rate on every other map in finals, and then you have product, which is probably like 40-60 in their favor, like 50-50 at best.
Yeah,
I would think.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
and definitely that's kind of the turning point of last grand final. You know, it was 2-0, looking pretty good, pretty easy on the 5 CP, and despite it being a, you know, witness pick, which is the Esports pick last time, they kind of got crushed, and that was, you know, what made it to 5 maps in the end and made it close.
Yeah, definitely. And I believe I've watched a couple of their scrims recently, and Esports seem a bit more dominant on COD now, as opposed to obviously what happened last season. And I'm pretty sure they won the last scrim with Silver on Sniper. So it'll be really interesting to see how that plays out, I suppose, especially as the first map as well.
Well, I mean, the one downside to their roster swap is they had Cow's medic, but Doge was soldier, and Doge is probably like, you know, top 5 combo scout, if not better. And so Doge went when Sheep sniped, he went combo scout, and it's like, you know, you're only losing a soldier on Koth, which isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Versus now, I mean, they can Lex snipe, but Lex snipe is not Sheep sniper. So, and like you said, Silver did the opposite. You know, he's now soldier, so he can just easily snipe and dominate.
Yeah. And Silver's always like an X Factor type player. Like he's gonna go for the crazy shots, and he's gonna hit him like he's nuts.
It'll definitely be interesting to see them, like how they're going to try and shut down Silver. Maybe Sheep will snipe. He's obviously played a lot of Highlander and Sniper as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's fairly even there.
Like I said, once again though, you're missing a scout then, because despite their pug heroics, I'm sure Thane and Lex aren't really Doge level, you know, swap onto scout from soldier, so then you're down a scout, which is never what you want on Viaduct.
It also means that Andrew will be on combo as well, which I suppose he doesn't have much experience with. At least for his team. I know he's played it in the past, but not to this level. So, but yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. We'll go on to the other pick as well. So we've got Granary as the second, which I think was a Esports pick.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a boomer versus zoomer sort of situation. Obviously, all the old timers on that have played for ages are going to know Granary like way more than Sheep.
Yeah,
I think Sheep on Combo Scout especially probably hasn't played Granary like basically at all, because obviously it was gone from the map pool for a fair while, and while Cookie's obviously played it like, you know, 10 plus seasons when it was around. And I mean, I really like it. I always think it turns 99% of the time into an amazing map in finals, so I'm quite glad it got picked and not just, you know, banned out.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they're probably going to end up starting soon, so we'll gloss over all the maps quickly. So we also have Sunshine, which was picked by Isolation. Banned, sorry, which I'm not really that surprised. I feel like you know, Cookie's team is very dominant on sort of Snakewater and Sunshine.
Well, they can't really... Isolation can't push last very well at all. They kind of end up stalemating a lot on the map, so I can see why they don't really want to play it, because they just stalemate, and then that's never fun. And
the NG on last behind the point for like 20 minutes.
Well,
last time
even against our team, they only won 2-0, which is, I think, like their worst result all season, pretty much, apart from versus Esports. So I can see why.
And then again, to quickly go over, they let Esports ban Bagel, which was obviously a very big surprise map. In the last final they played against each other, they sort of got destroyed, and that's where the comeback started to happen.
Looks like we're starting.
And I think we've started, so I suppose we'll get onto the map picks and bans. And my prediction is that Sheep's team will win the Isolation.
Yeah, I'll go 3-2 to them as well.
Onto this mid, spamming just a little bit. He will go down, so it's even players. But unfortunately, Enrith will get picked up by Andrew, and I think that will solidify the fight here a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a spammy mid, but both demos going down, but Cookie also dying is not ideal, and so they're just one down and kind of got bullied out in the end. So, pretty slow start. I assume they'll probably be a bit more aggressive coming forward once they get the Uber. Cookie will look for a good trade here.
Yeah, definitely. They're either going to try and make the point a little bit, or just get a really aggressive trade going here, but we'll have to see what's happening. Really good spam. And he is able to bait the corner a little bit, but not really getting a whole lot of cap time. Now as well, and he's decided to commit to the trade. We'll go straight in, and it's actually a decent Uber. Will he commit deep? He's kind of trying to get them to flash a little bit. He'll flash Matt, but they will end up backing off, and they won't get any kills either. But the aggression coming in straight in as a double bomb will pick up Andrew, but Connor will go down in the fight. They have to be really careful. Lau dies as well. So it's going to be scrounging to try and get Doge here, but I doubt Cookie and Enrith will be able to get anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a weird collapse, I thought, from the Esports. Like, one of their soldiers jumped behind, I believe it was Rai, but didn't do that much damage, and then Silvo traded with a scout. But, you know, at the same time, Lau was just getting killed and so forth, and Enrith wasn't forward enough to, like, really help all that much, so pretty dominant round so far from them. Like, big ad here, you think, yeah.
And
Actually,
a lot of aggression here from the isolation, trying to force them back into their clip. Enrith's going to be 1 HP, will not get picked up though. A nice bow from Lau, so they're going to lose Matt here, and then they can go on the aggression, but a headshot as well from Silvo. And another one on Robor, so it's just Doge alive running. I don't think they'll be able to make it, and he will get picked up. It looks so good for isolation, pushing them into the corner, and then Silvo got 2 quick picks, and it was just all over.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting choice. Like, you kind of have to crush them there. Like, they had full ad, so it was a bit unnecessary in that way. If they'd killed Enrith, it probably would have been okay, but Enrith got double arrowed or something insane from Lau, as he does so often, and, you know, that kept him alive, and basically turned it into, like, a round they had no chance of winning into one where they, you know, they're going to at least get a minute here, because they have full ad and they're forward holding, even though with a sniper. Bane will die instantly, and Lex, so they do get out, but they haven't really got anything from it.
Oh, Matt almost gets the force of the Lau with that sticky. If that pipe connected, would have dropped. But losing 2 there isn't great. They do break the forward hold. It's kind of interesting that they're playing so aggressive with the sniper, like in that kind of forward hold position. But the Ubers aren't even yet, so that I'm gonna be curious to see what they do. Sheep has decided to go on sniper here, I believe. Yeah, he is. So they've already kind of given up on the 2 scouts here. We'll have to see. They have to also be careful of the Uber disad as well.
Yeah, I don't think Cookie's really going to do anything. They'll probably just hide from the sniper now that, yeah, he's definitely been spotted at this point, and they're just wasting a lot of good time here. So this is pretty much what they had to do, was just get the time to even as best they could. And Doge, yeah, I don't think Doge was ever really in a position to get Ubered, and Sheep just get body shot by Silver, so not exactly what you want from the Uber. Andrew does get, you know, them to multi a bit, but massive save onto right from Lau as well, but no, he'll die, and yeah, the rest of their team's kind of just getting cleaned up. So good trade by Andrew in the end. Oh,
yeah, but
there
Doge
it is.
goes down to the Silvo sniper up onto China there. Will they try and scrouge to kill Lau? He's already out, but they are bombing. Matt straight in, trying to get a kill. Won't be able to pick up anything. Enrith will eventually die, and I assume Silvo will die, but Lau lives. And they'll have that 40% Uber with another clutch kill from Silvo, so he's really performing well, as we expected, on the sniper.
Yeah, Sheep's already given up on it and straight back to being in. Andrew's lucky to survive here, and yeah, he should die. Right actually beats, but they will get the trade in the end, so it's not a huge problem. And they've actually held the point this entire time, so despite being a minute and a half down, they've gotten into, you know, the 40-second range before isolation, or even lower than that, because they're going to wait for Andrew before they recap. So really well played by the Esports.
They do have ad, and Doge is kind of close. They might be able to catch him, and they will bond. They've just forgotten about the ad. Doge will die straight onto ramp here, and they'll try and salvage, but Let Esports are already back, saving their medic.
Wow,
Will be able to pick up Lau, he just waddles on top of him, and will get that clutch kill for the team. So it's actually not all that bad. There is a bit of a scrounge fight going in the back here, and Cookie will be able to pick up Lex also. Will Sheep be able to get anything here? No, he's just going to be caught behind, I believe, and oh, he might be able to kill Connor.
Yeah, someone has to go pick up Lau as well, though, so they kind of have to come fight him. I think he will die late in the end. If he can kill Connor, it's not the wall. Not killing Connor's pretty bad there, but yeah, Doge, like you said, kind of just forgot that it was Uberad. I think his scouts realized before he did, but it was way too late. But nice work from Bane, somehow not dying and able to, like, you know, take 2 steps and 3 rockets to kill Lau. So good cleanup by him, but it's still a tough position here for them.
Yeah, I mean, they do have that Uber ad, and it will come into play as long as they get some cap time on the point. But they're going to have to try. Lex bombing. We'll get a good rocket onto Lau, and Fame will be able to finish it off. So that's great teamwork by those 2 there. And they're going to try and make the point. They don't have kills. Can they kill Doge? If they're able to kill Doge, they can scrounge something. But they're all just kind of feeding into the shredder that is Sheep. And I think that will be it. A bomb, but will not be able to pick up Doge. And he does trade living on 1. Balls are still.
I think he got body shot or no scoped midair, and yeah, lived on 9 health. So that's massive balls of steel Doge. Because if he uses that, then it's basically just 50-50 fight. But instead they have a full Uber forward holding.
I don't think he had a choice. He had his arrows out.
Right is in behind though. Like right in really far, way too easily. Although unfortunately for him, he can't get on the med. And Connor, they're all just going to die going for this. And I think Andrew might want to go in behind, but it's basically game over because Lau's not going to get Uber here.
Yeah,
so,
there's just no way that they can kite this Uber and break the forward hold. It'll take an absolute miracle here. Silvo trying to get just 1 kill, any sort of damage, and they will all bomb out on the right side here. A double bomb will force, but they're just going to get absolutely destroyed. 3 kills already, and it is all over.
Very back and forward round there. Like, it felt like at the end of the Esports we're just going to hold that down, but the entire team, that's the problem with the sniper, is when it hits, it's amazing, but that whole fight, I don't think Silvo got, a single headshot, or definitely not a kill, but even a single headshot, and so they're just stuck in spawn.
He will still be on sniper up on cliff here, trying to get an angle. They've heard him shoot, so they will know he's now on sniper. So yeah, the bomb coming from Fane and Lex, the initial aggression. Both in cast, but they're both so low. Can they get picked up? Fane will die, but Lex just gets out, but it's going to be ticked. And Riot will die as well, so they've traded both Soldier. Sheep going straight onto the sniper there, killing Silvo instantly. And Connor's in, but won't be able to get anything and will opt to leave. So actually an overall really good aggression from both the Soldiers, and Lex to live there as well was great.
Yeah, pretty weird. They kind of abandoned Silver, even though it was a pretty easy kill on Sheep if they had a single person playing Cliff. Or batter them, because they backed off really well, but then they just didn't get the kills. And Lex is just straight in behind, as is Andrew, and yeah, good flank play, get a frag early on, but Fane will trade it out, and Lex actually, so Cookie has got the better of this, and Doge kind of has to back off, because he's so low. And yeah, he will pretty much just fully get out there, so nice cleanup by Cookie when it was looking pretty good for isolation.
Yeah, a really good trade there, able to kill both those players in the Uber. And Silver now has a lot of control on sniper here, sitting on the rock behind the point with his combo, so it's going to be so hard to kill him. And also Lau having that 20% add might be problematic, so maybe an initial aggression. Matt will bomb in, he misses the shot, a double bomb into Silver, but he surfs out on Cliff. Lex will die for it and Fane as well, so it's looking grim. They will be able to pick up Riot, and if Matt lives it'll be good. He's waiting for an arrow, but he gets picked up by Cookie and Connor shooting it at the same time. It's looking so grim now, and Doge will just have to leave. Yeah, I mean, the thing is with the sniper, it's really good for your team, in both ways. So if they don't focus you, you just get free headshots, and obviously Silver's good enough that you get free kills. Or if you see in that situation, they double bomb it on Rock, he lives because of a nice surf, and they just all blow up around him, because they focus him instead of anything else. So it's just so hard to deal with when it's a good player, and you can't ignore him. Yeah. One of Sheep's famous aggressive trades straight in. Will get the worst side of the Uber, but he wants to try and get some kind of flash. He's running it right on Cliff, but I think he's too deep and he's going to get picked up. He shoots Enra, but the whole team's collapsing around him. They might be able to get something off if they get Riot and Enra. It's an even scrap fight on Cliff here. Matt going straight for Lau in main. Will he be able to kill him? He's beefing a little bit. Silvo! Silvo just got a massive headshot as he blew up onto Doge. I didn't even see where Doge was, but literally the second he exploded, he kills Doge. And yeah, Doge is not happy. Some BM in the chat. Oh, Matt struggled to kill Lau there. I suppose it doesn't matter too much because... Yeah, basically even because Lau wasn't feeling anything. He was 5% basically that whole time. Yeah. Oh, and Sheep surprising them by killing Riot on Soldier. They're going to be at a one-player disadvantage, and they have the point. This is going to drain the time really well if they decide not to fight. And yeah, I think they're just going to try and wait for their spawn here. And the Ubers have actually evened out now as well, so they've healed really well on the side of Esports. So it'll have to be another famous trade here. Riot is back up on the cliff waiting for a buff, so let's see what's going to happen. Silvo with a cheeky angle above the main on the right there. Will back off back onto China. No kills so far, both snipers not able to get anything just yet. They are trying to kill each other though. Silvo taking the peek, but Cookie is able to get some time on the point by baiting it. He's getting spammed really heavily, and Fane will go down to the sniper, so they're going to already be at a disadvantage here. And I think Cookie's going to try and take that advantage by trading. Lau should have just died there. He's in the biggest angle, and Sheep unfortunately just missed. And he does get a nice headshot on Riot there actually, and Cookie will get bullied on Cliff. He's somehow alive for 10 years, and they have to spend a lot of time on him, but... Yeah, Lau very, very lucky not to get body shot and killed there with
while they were Ubering, but in the end it wasn't really that good for them, really.
Yep, Silvo's still up on top of that rock. Headshots Matt. He's gonna stop. And he gets the body shot off as well, actually. So he's gonna be able to kill Matt. And they're kind of in a bad situation. So aggressive from Silvo on the right there. Will he be able to get picked up? No, he won't. His team defends him really well.
But they all die for it. It's not worth. I don't think that's worth it. Like they all go con, and Sheep gets the headshot onto Enris. So despite Silvo getting a nice headshot, they just get cleaned up trying to defend him. Thane will kind of die there trying to help, and Sheep gets headshot. Luckily he's buffed, and Lex kind of feeds for him. Kind of panicking there, like, oh, we're all getting headshot, and oh, he actually gets another one. So very back and forward here. You know, who's the better sniper this round? They got so much time off that though, actually, just because you have to really wait around for the sniper.
They are forward holding again with the sniper on the left hand side here. So it'll be interesting to see what they, I guess, what they try to do. Sheep will probably swap, and he will. So I think they're kind of looking to go main here a little bit. Yeah, they're spamming from main. The sniper is watching and will pick up Sheep.
Oh,
and they use as well. That's so bad. Can make the force though. He's going straight onto Lau. He will miss his pipe. He gets one, and Lau holds his Uber. Will not die, but will the soldier bomb be able to get it? And he will. He does have the force, so there is a bit of salvage going on here. But they all die, and it's running down the clock.
Yeah, one of the things I think the esports haven't like changed is that Enrith holds main really hard with traps and stuff now, rather than just cliff. Oh, and Sheep dies to kind of generic shutter. Bats trap, and that's really bad for them. They're still going to fight here. Lex will kind of just die instantly though, and if they can keep Enrith up, this should just be over. Yeah, this fight is 100% over. Andrew will die at the end as well. Probably won't matter, but they basically can just forward hold this if they want, or just, you know, hold down. They know they have the time, and Doge might not get Uber before they push here. I don't think he will.
Thankfully the Ubers are even, so they don't have to worry about that, but they need to get time on the point in 10 seconds. Matt will bomb in. It was a bit early, and he will get picked up. Along with Lex's bomb going straight in on Enrith, gets good damage, a good sync, but Thane isn't able to find him, and he will have to go out. And they're all dying around each other. There's only one player left. He does get a pick, but there's no way he can kill them with the Uber, and the time will run out. So it's going to be 1-1 here. Silver being a lot more dominant on the sniper this time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was just a total panic push, though. I'm not sure why Matt was the one that fed in 3 seconds before the rest of his team. Like, I don't think it was that desperate, but I think they were hoping to get Uber, and then, like, last second they realized, oh crap, we're not actually going to get Uber, and then they just all fed in, and yeah, went as badly as possible. Sheep is actually starting on Sniper this time, as well as Silvo's just, I don't think Silvo's playing Soldier this map.
Yeah, I don't think he will swap, especially how dominant he was in the scrim and that last round as well. So we'll have to see, can Sheep get the pick? He is peeking through on the ramp up there. They have spotted him as well, so Sheep knows exactly where he is. And they're both kind of standing in the same spot. It's just whoever gets the peak, I guess, first, and that does not beat the headshot. Both teams are kind of just waiting for their sniper to get some kind of a kill here.
Yeah, they're definitely committing to the sniper battle.
They are. This is unbelievable. They're both just waiting. A missed shot. Sheep will now wide peek because he has that advantage on his scope, and will get a miss as well. So Silver batted that really well. And again, both teams just playing around the sniper, seeing if they can get a pick. Both are playing aggressive though. Silver will get headshot, so it is forcing him to be more aggressive, and he will be able to pick him up. So I think they're just going to have to be forced to leave. They don't have any real positioning here unless they get like a trap kill or something. Enrith is trying to go aggressive, but won't be able to pick up anyone, and they're just going to get the cap right straight in on Doge. Will hit the force though.
Nice
and I don't think they'll be able to get anything off that as well. That's so good by Riot.
I think they might try and forward hold though with the sniper. Oh, no, he's just going to sit rock actually. So yeah, massive force, but yeah, wow, very much both teams playing fully into that sniper. Decided it's not worth bombing him at all. We're just going to go for the sniper battle, and yeah, worked out for this time for Sheep. Double headshotting Silver there, very dominant display from him.
Yeah, they started off so well getting that pick, and they just did not expect Riot. You know, both teams are playing so passive, but Anuba comes straight in. Maybe from the sniper they were forced, but Enrith might get picked up. He just lives on about 20 HP, and a bomb coming, trying to pick up Thane will, but they trade for Enrith, and Sheep kills Riot. He will get bombed and picked up, and Silvo's now on Soldier, surprisingly. But it will be an even fight, and they don't have their demo. He will be spawning soon because they don't have the cap yet. Lex will get picked up on the right. Yeah. Unfortunately, but at least they still have the point here. He's going
I'm not sure what. It wasn't even the bat. It's interesting. He's using the ball. I forgot what the actual weapon is called. The Rap Assassin. When he was the only scout, so if he had to build, he wouldn't be able to. They're actually just going to Uber straight in. Lau is kind of stuck, but it's only Matt really, and Matt Man gets the kill. Massive stickies. I thought he was 100% out there, but no. He will die for it, but he's not going to care about that at all.
And Enrith is so weak. I don't think there's going to be any kind of counter sack during this fight. They are just
Or
going to play the ad.
Spy. Silvo.
Ooh.
Off-class
Silvo
pain.
whipping out everything. Spy, sniper, sitting on the box. Oh, he almost gets touched.
That's a ballsy spot. I guess he's waiting for his cloak and dagger.
He must be, yeah. He is going behind. He's got a good position here. So they might try and get some kind of aggression here. Let's see. He has deep cloaks.
They have no idea, though. Like, he's got this, I think. Oh, no, they see. Unfortunately, Doge. I think Sheep went back to get an arrow. And this fight is actually going pretty good otherwise, though. You know, it's just Sheep and Doge. They are still building, but they'll just have to leave. Yeah. I mean, in the end, it was actually pretty good because they spent a lot of time, you know, messing about killing him. And it basically just meant that their team got cleaned up, and then I don't think they realized that what was happening. And Doge just, got stuck in and died. And Silvo get off the spy, unsurprisingly, and double sniper once again, both teams.
Yep, he's going to have to... I would assume that there's going to be some kind of sack wave coming in from the isolation. No, Sheep's on sniper, so maybe there isn't a sack wave coming in. They do have a, 80 disad, so
once
they
again,
have to be really careful.
They can't build, at least with the scout, because he's on the Wrap Assassin again, and they have a sniper. So I'm not sure if that's something they haven't thought about, because I know you're a big advocate of the ball now, but it does mean you can't build, which is awkward. And
yeah, it is very awkward. Especially in this spot, like you said, like it's kind of both teams are just, they have to work the Uber, so Esports are kind of buying time, just sitting around their sniper. So, they could have had Uber by now.
Yeah, I mean, should if they just built instead of, like, they're not doing anything except sniper battling. It's like you just wasted 10, 15 extra seconds. I mean, Andrew did get okay time on the point, but probably not enough time for it to really matter.
Yeah.
Not compared to, like, actually having Uber and trading,
We're in a similar situation here where both teams are sort of just waiting.
So
we're trading actually. Andrew with the trade straight on. It is worse for Andrew, and they didn't get any sort of flash, but they have the point. So now they're just going to have to play around the sniper picks, I believe. There is one bomb, and Lex is going to try and get behind. He will successfully. They're baiting the point well. Right's going to bomb that high ground, maybe try and pressure Sheep a little bit, but Fane is 1v1ing him, and he will get picked up, so that's a really good pick. They have great top time. Lex will die in the back, though. Yep, and Matt running across the point, great damage. We'll be able to pick up one. Lau dies to the body shot, and now they're kind of just scrounging to try and live. Silvo will be able to pick up Andrew, so they have no scouts, but I really doubt they'll get any kind of force unless Silvo gets some kind of miraculous shot off here.
Yeah, I mean, he's still around. Obviously, he doesn't have the buff, so it's kind of hard to take the sniper battle. And yeah, get second scoped, unfortunately, which happens when you don't have buff. I mean, his spawn will still be good, and they still got a lot of good time, because yeah, as we discussed, they were just sitting around not building, but yeah, right dying before Lex was really difficult for them, because everyone had to go back to Lex.
Yeah, they do have Uber as well here. Oh, right getting hit by that crit ball, losing half his HP. Won't do anything though. Having 50% ad here is kind of dangerous for the side of Esports. They have to be really careful not to get caught by the Uber, but they're so close. Surely they just use. Yeah, Matt will use. Going straight onto Lau. Well, they pick up Lau. Now they just have to try and scrounge maybe some frags to keep Doge alive. And they will be able to keep Doge alive, but they lose two. They will eventually pick up everyone else. Except for Enrith and Silvo. Oh, the body shot straight onto Fane will thankfully live.
They must have had no idea though, because all like four of them, like Connor, Enrith, Connor, Enrith, Cookie, and Lau, like literally all of them were just running across point, like together, and they just got Ubered on and blew up pretty much. So they must have just, not noticed it with the solemn vow, or just like completely lost track of the timer.
Well, Lau died that last fight, didn't he? And Doge didn't. So they should have known. Or? They must have just forgotten. And there wasn't really, I guess there was time. Like they sort of had to fight because of the point.
I mean, they didn't really though. They're up on time, or they were up on time, and now it'll be pretty much even time, but with 30. Oh, I guess it's not actually that much disad once again. Really, like Lau's at 0, Doge's at 20. So if they just fight now, or they body shot him or something, then it's not that bad, really. So I'm assuming this is probably an after round reconnect because of lagging or something, I imagine.
Maybe even a bit of a pep talk. never know.
Pep talk. Depending
Yeah, I feel like this map is the most important out of all of them, right? Like
Well,
they did lose the
yeah.
last scrim, and they were sort of nervous about the Silvo sniper. So if they can get that confidence by winning this Koth, and being one round up in the grand finals as opposed to last season, it'll do them a world of good.
I mean, I feel like winning Koth is a lot more important for isolation. At least if we're going off, last season,
Yeah,
the sort of
definitely.
form is that they basically Koth brought them back into the final. When if it was all 5 CP, they would have been crushed. And once again, there's 2 Koth, 5 CP, so they only need to win 1 5 CP if they're better on Koth. So
Yeah,
well, the Esports would definitely be feeling pretty good if they were able to win
yeah.
both.
I think Clearcut was a Koth map as well, right? There was
It is a Koth. Clearcut is indeed a Koth
so
map.
that has been picked. It's a Koth map that has been picked, which both teams haven't really scrimmed a whole lot. Maybe at the start of the season a little bit, but um, but yeah, we'll just have to see how they go on Clear Cut here, or on when it eventually comes up, and I would assume that they'll be very dominant. They have been scrimming product as well, both teams, so it's not surprising that there's a bit more kickback from Cookie and the rest of them. So yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
I
trying to
mean-
win one of those 5 CP maps is super important.
I mean, sounds like from we've just got an update from, I assume it's from chat. Only 29% of people, I believe it was, will believe the Esports are coming back to win this one after losing that first round and now being at 1-1. So big fans of the isolation in chat.
Yeah, people. It kind of has been like the general consensus this season that the isolation has improved so much, and that they have a way greater chance of winning the final. And at some point, people were saying 70% chance that they're going to win this final. So
I mean,
especially
yeah.
like you said, that they only have to win one 5 CP map, assuming they win both Koth like last season. And I feel like it's the amount of times they've scrimmed and the amount of maps they've won on 5 CP. It's an expected outcome almost, but we'll have to see.
Well, I mean, I never go expected when it's like Witness or Soiree, whatever
That's
the
true.
name of the day is, because they like Locke was saying, they haven't scrimmed as much. I know they were pugging yesterday, and they're like, "Oh crap, the grand finals tomorrow. When did that sneak up on us?" Sort of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, with Paulson like not playing, they have changed roster a little bit, and Silvo was on Scout, Connor, Soldier, so they have mixed up their roster a bit more. Versus
Yeah.
Isolation, they've pretty much been, this is our roster. I mean, they did change soldiers, but that's been, consistent pretty much all season, with Fane and Lex. So
Yeah, definitely. And I think Paulson Paulson's strength on the team was to go for those back caps on the 5 CP, sort of as more of a like dominant player on 5 CP. So it'll be really interesting
yeah,
to see how
I mean,
Silvo
he
plays
was a
instead.
bit not great at
Yeah.
Koth. I mean, not that I can talk, because I'm also equally awful, but it's so much harder to be good at Soldier on Koth. So to have someone who's just like, well,
Yeah.
I'm not that good at Soldier, so I'm just going to
Just gonna play
90%
sniper.
sniper. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well,
Imagine Paulson on sniper for like 6
just be a
rounds.
body shot king, And I mean, my team basically the same with like, Omni,
Yeah.
So it is
Yeah.
a good strategy.
It's
And
it's almost common now. You see
I mean, I wouldn't
sniper
say,
on
I don't
product.
think it's that. I feel like at least most of the time, Witness, apart from like Silver this time, they pretty much never do it from memory. If I'm,
Yeah.
from I
But
think that that's good.
yeah, we are. We're the top of this series. We kind of do look like it, don't we? But anyway, I think you are right. But it'll be really curious to see how their 5 CP will go without Paulson. I think it might be more difficult than they anticipate. A lot of people like the consensus is that Silvo has kind of upgraded their roster playing Soldier, but I really think that Paulson is
Well,
a
I
key on
think,
5 CP.
I mean, I don't know if he's necessarily better at Soldier. Like, he might have slightly better DM, but I don't think he's really
Mm.
better at 5 CP. Like, I definitely think like last season, like Silvo Scout, because he definitely dominated, and I feel like that was the most, the biggest role difference. Like it was Silvo top damaging versus Andrew not, sort of thing, and like that was a massive difference. Like Silvo's playmaking was like off the charts.
Yeah.
So while I mean
That's
Connor is good, but he's like I would say he's much better at Soldier like than Silvo.
Yeah.
I mean Silvo has the chaos factor, but Connor is just like generally insane. And was down with Soldier last season too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so they have
didn't
changed.
they cut alt or something? Did something
cut
like
all.
that?
Well, he was in the XCX team with Lex and whatever, but that wasn't really
yeah.
the same team
Yeah.
really. Like I think that did not count as the esports witness team. So thankfully,
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if Silver plays Scout.
oh, looks like we're back.
We're on pause.
Oh, we are back. Let's see. We
Yeah.
are straight back into it. My timer is a bit munted, so I'm not going to know what the time is. But a bomb coming straight in from Flame on the right there, and Lexi will re-bomb, and they'll pick up two. The sniper as well,
dead,
along with the combo Scout.
How was Loud? I can't believe Loud lived there. Actually, oh, the round's just over. I did not realize the timer had gone down that far. Really, I thought it was more like 30, 40 seconds. But yeah.
Yeah, my timer was broken as well. But yeah,
dominated.
A really good initial fight right there by Isolation. The aggression, able to get those two crucial picks straight away. They were kind of in a bad spot anyway. Like it was against their favor. And I'm not sure, is it paused again or am I?
Yep. No, paused again. You haven't broke. So interesting to see what the problem is, or if we're just having a 10-minute strat session instead. At least the point isn't capped, so our timer shouldn't break. That's always good.
That's a good point. Yeah. Back what I was saying before, actually, it'd be really interesting to see if Silvo plays Scout, and if Connor then goes on to Soldier.
I mean, I think they're going to swap their roster because I feel like Silvo left in the first place because he didn't really want to play Scout. I thought was why Connor went. Connor was Soldier, was he not, with Paulson at the start, at least for like a bit, and then Riot came in because Silvo left and Connor went Scout. It was like basically what happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he'll wanna swap, even if it's things are going poorly.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe he'll be known as like a bit of a. It's a bit shameless if you suddenly just like change your roster, towards the end of the game.
Yeah, who would ever do that?
But I don't think it would. I don't think it would change a whole lot, to be honest. I think it would be a very close game.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be close either way, but I definitely feel like that's better just because that's the roles there.
Yeah.
Used to. Like, obviously, they're all good DM players and everything, but obviously, if you've just been playing Scout for whatever many seasons and you play like a meme season of Soldier, you're going to be worse than, your actual class, no matter like how skillful you are at other things in general and like in pugs and whatever.
Do you think Cookie will quit if he wins? Do you think he'll say, "That's it, I've won enough, it's all over"? Or do you think Sheep will quit if he loses?
I think he'll pretend like he'll want to quit, but he won't because he's too much of
He's got that dog
fiend. It's like you go emo for like 2 days, but then it's like I like the game too much to like actually quit.
It's not even 2 days. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, well that too. Like 2 hours of depression. It's like, oh, guess it's time for my 2 a.m. pugs.
Yeah, definitely. I think if they.
I don't know. They always say they're going to quit, and then they like never do. So
yeah,
I feel like that's what everyone does in this game, though, right?
Everyone quits and then like doesn't like actual, quit. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they had like a more of a funny bugger season again rather than like actual team. But
yeah,
now that we got crispy 64-bit TF2, I might stay on.
True.
Yeah,
the update has come out. We're now an esport, guys. We don't get like 60 FPS when 4 soldiers bomb. Like it's.
I think that's a factor with Silvo too. Like the hit scan feels so much cleaner on 64-bit. Maybe it's just placebo, but I was playing pubs yesterday and I didn't miss. So
yeah, we were all invited to the high tower sesh to try out the 64-bit, and some of the people were gushing about it. I mean, it definitely helped. My FPS went up by probably double on high tower, which is like from 100 to 200, which is pretty nice.
So you noticed it then?
Same.
That's good.
Mine was like double.
Yeah, I mean, other people are saying into like the 500s and stuff, which is pretty crazy for like a pub. So it's definitely a worthwhile change.
Yeah, especially with how high like the refresh rate of some monitors are, you really want that FPS. And when I don't know, when you're playing and it drops below it, it's just such a pain in the ass. But I haven't experienced, at least in pubs, like I don't think ozfort has updated their servers yet to 64-bit. But yeah, like you said, at least in pubs, it feels better. Like it feels amazing to be honest to me. But
So
I'm excited to see how it goes. Yeah.
Is this game not on a 64-bit server? Surely.
I'm not.
is.
I'll have to check that, but I'm not sure if
I thought
if
you
it
were
is
the
for the
admin,
final.
mate.
I've heard that like comp servers are still 32-bit, but surely it wouldn't work. Like you
I
wouldn't be able to
would have thought
connect
it
to a
would just be
32-bit.
broken, no?
Yeah,
Like if you're, I don't know how computers and stuff work, but I would have thought
'Cause
once
it's
your
like a
game's
different,
updated, it wouldn't work.
like the
Yeah,
XE is different for TF2 now, so it's. Surely it wouldn't let you join a 32-bit server.
Surely
I
you
mean,
give them the EPUG server, if not wils, 64-bit grand final.
I should have. Yeah, absolutely. No, I speaking to Core last night about it. He was scrounging to get the servers up. Obviously for the final. And he said something along the lines of, it's 32-bit, but if you're playing the game on 64-bit, you should be able to run into the server. So there's a chance that this server isn't, flash quality, but I'm not sure. I haven't checked into whether or not there was an exception for the final. But regardless, I think it's not as bad in competitive anyway. Like, it's not like you're playing a pub with another, 12 people who are just all like, dare I say it, Highlander. You're playing Highlander and there's like 8 people running
Lots
at
of
you
crap
once.
going on, yeah.
Yeah,
Plus,
yeah.
obviously these maps, this viaduct versus normal viaduct is engineered too, so you don't lag out from snowflakes or other, crap falling down on your map. So that obviously helps.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
definitely.
that it's not 2014 and everyone has a better computer, obviously
Mhm.
helps as well.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about this pause because
Yeah, it's begun
No.
2 very long pauses. Do you have any as head admin? Do you have any of Prem any updates about what's happening?
well, firstly, I'm not head admin of Prem.
You said you were the admin for Prem.
I am the admin for Prem, but there
Yeah,
are other
well,
people.
I know there's the head admin, but you're
Okay.
the admin, so you should know this stuff.
I'm more worried at the fact that the pause is going for so long, and then we'll get into 5CP, and the banning config will come into play, and then I'll be going to bed at 3 a.m. So
I mean, it is Sunday. Surely you're
That's
not doing
true. I
anything
suppose it
that
doesn't matter
much
too
apart
much.
from going to the gym, so you'll manage.
Yeah, no, I was smart and I went to the gym before. Before I
Nice,
did the cast,
same
so
actually.
I'm ready. I could be here for
Yeah,
hours, to
I'm
be
ready
honest.
I was expecting a long one. I wasn't expecting half my time to be a pause, but it should be pretty
Yeah.
good.
I got no intel on the pause.
No
No.
intel.
Would be
Really?
nice if we had some ongoing logs, but I believe these servers it only updates once they finish the map, right? So no spoilers.
I thought it was before cap, like every cap that updates.
No, some servers.
Oh, a Fane PC issue, and I think it's actually due, like we were talking about before, due to the 64-bit update. I am looking
they're back.
in.
We're back
We're back?
into the 4th mid. Yeah, just started once again.
Really?
Maybe Fane had 6B.
Yeah.
Instead of 5.
Or Bryce
no.
was in on Doge, but doesn't connect in the end. And Silvo's actually on Soldier, and Lex is actually just going to crush Lau. So obviously they weren't paused for that part, but did not go well for them. And Fane has a DC. Doge is actually going to die here. Surely he's on 20, and yeah, somehow they just haven't got any kills. Like, this is a really weird fight for them. Actually, Matt does get a nice fight from Connor, but that went so much worse than it should have been. They kind of just got stuck on slope and not able to back up. Maybe they were expecting to win too easily. Oh, there's the Fane timeout, and Sheep's just going to get solo killed because, no protection with that soldier gone.
Yeah, that
So
was
pretty weird.
They really shouldn't have let Doge die there. I suppose Fane was probably lagging out on the server or something. So
Yeah,
I guess
said,
there's the exception
6
there.
ping probably, so what can you do? Barely playable.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine playing with 6 ping. That would be terrible. But Lau will have the ad here, so it looks like they're going to try and fight before the Ubers. They have to be really careful. They are on 80%. A lot of spam on the way of isolation. They're sort of carrying behind the rocks so that they get this Uber. And Doge needs to leave soon, otherwise they're going to get caught. Doge is still on the ramp. They will Uber.
I think he's gone.
Straight
Yeah, he's
in.
definitely
Pick
dead.
up Doge. That's another Uber that they've been caught in, unfortunately, and there was another pause
Oh,
there.
that was the second pause.
Is there
and
another pause?
third?
Oh my god.
Just
Oh
I
my
like
god.
how it unpauses and then we get a mini pause from before and now we get another one. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like you would think teams like this, they wouldn't get caught so easily. To like, I swear that's like what makes them so good against other teams. It's just their Uber like they're running away from Uber is almost so much better. Like I swear, like when I versus
Yeah.
Lau and Cookie, it's just not possible to kill Lau because he just disappears and the rest of his team puts so much pressure. But they've done it at least once where they've just walked into an Uber and died,
Mm.
and then that's probably the second time. Like there was a really bad one where Doge is just on slope still as the Uber, and obviously he just gets picked up and dies.
Yeah, it must be the nerves, right? Because like you said, whenever I play against them, it sounds like a bit of cope. Whenever I play against them, they're always in the perfect position, and they're just like they've got Doge out or Lau, whoever it might be. They know the Ubers, and I just get destroyed. But yeah, it must.
I mean,
Yeah, I suppose it's
obviously the
pressure, right?
DCs aren't, helping. I wouldn't say it's just
Yeah.
pressure. I mean, not in the pressure that you're talking about, which I assume you mean like pressure as in it's a big game sort of situation. I mean, a lot of
Yeah,
it's more just like the pressure. They need to apply pressure to get forces and stuff out a lot more against these like the
that's
other
a good point.
team
Yeah.
versus like
Mm.
our sort of teams. They probably don't need to like commit as much to get forces and such, while these teams,
That's a
you
good
have
point.
to
Yeah.
commit a lot more. Otherwise, they're just going to walk in for free, and you're gonna
Yeah,
be
definitely.
useless. Versus our teams that can't play Koth and get destroyed and whatever. Just like you have to commit a lot more,
Yeah, yeah,
and
definitely.
they know you're
That's a really
going
good point.
to.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, it's unfortunate there's so many pauses. Like our cloth map is going for an hour now, so
Oh, I thought
we're
my
gonna have to
game.
see. I think if I let's have a look. Um,
There hasn't been a grand final like this for a long time. I played in the last one that was like this, where it was
Pauses.
just paused for like an hour.
Yeah, I can't remember any pretty much like this. From
Trying to
memory,
remember
what one
season.
what one were you in that there were pauses?
I'm trying to remember. Maybe like season.
Did you play in 31
18?
with Cookie Demo?
No, why would I
No.
do that?
I just thought you were in a. I thought you played a couple meme games with them. Have you not?
Yep, maybe throughout this time.
I
I think
don't
my last season
remember
was
season 18.
27 or 28. I haven't played for a while.
I do remember winning then though. Oh, we've got the unpause.
you guys are both boomers.
Yeah, and your shit. So what can you do?
But anyway, yeah, like I said, unpaused. Hopefully there won't be another one. They do have this forward hold going on, and Fame dies along with the Lex, so they have no soldiers, and they're just going to be kind of forced to, not really push here. But it did kind of break the forward hold a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like they're just going to be able to jump this door. Silver actually, he just dies to a pipe and rolly, so that's pretty bad.
Almost killed Matt though.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you just don't need to die there. Just waste time. They already have a minute, and they have Uber ad again. Well, this just means that they have a good opportunity to retake the point completely.
Yeah, I'm not sure the Ubers my HUD has broken. But
both
both
80%.
teams 80%. Okay, so
Yeah,
they're gonna have to be
HUD
careful.
underscore reload scheme, my guy.
HUD underscore.
Or just rejoin.
They're just kind of trying to edge point, I believe, before they get Uber. And Doge actually does have Uber. They are going to trade. I don't think they realize they had it. And Riot will get crushed going for the 4. So kind of punished there. Staying in a bit too far. But Lex, I think, will also kind of feed on his cliff. As well as Sheep might as well. Actually, yeah, Andrew this time actually. Both teams overcommitting more than they should have really. And yeah, such a good round from Esports. But I know obviously Fane is, I've been told, still having the issues with on 64-bit servers causing FPS lag here aren't going to be helping them this round. And there's our third pause. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I would assume that's why it's been so dominant. They have just been, getting like we said, caught by Ubers when they probably shouldn't. And they are careful this time. So Doge has backed up more in anticipation of that Uber, and there will be another pause.
I mean, yeah, Silver kind of just fed there, but their time is so good that unless they like completely shit their pants, to say it nicely, they shouldn't lose this round because they do have another 20% ad or almost 30% ad here actually. So, and there's 30-ish seconds left on the clock, so it should basically be totally impossible for them to lose this. So,
yeah, I think it's gonna go down to the wire really, and hopefully you have your player not lagging out. I couldn't imagine there'll be some kind of maybe a cheeky down sub on the way.
I was going to say they do have
It could be interesting.
they have quite a few solid backups, I believe. So they have options. They do have a down.
Let's get down in.
They also have SpongeBob 3, Child Redditor, so Daz and Raylan. Obviously, Raylan the better soldier player out of the two, and then Miramu, if they want a sneaky Doge soldier, Miramu Med. I can't imagine they'll do that.
It's kind of power.
It would be power, but I imagine down coming back to beat his old team would be quite nice. He tried it once with Freak Show, didn't work out. So
Yeah.
we'll see if he can do it again or do it better this time.
I think. So Fane is changing from 64-bit to 32-bit in, I think, his. I would assume that's like the.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
the
you do
client.
that.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but hopefully he can figure it out. Oh, so you can launch TF2 from 2 different EXEs. Okay.
I wouldn't have thought
Hopefully-
it'd take long to join, but maybe it
That
does
must
when
ma-
you're swapping
that's not-
between them.
Yeah, that must mean that the server is 32-bit, and they're not currently
Mm.
playing on 64. I mean, there'd probably be no issues if they were, so which is a bit
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Might have to swap server after this one.
Well, I don't think it's the server because they're all going to be the same, right? Like, we don't
I
have
imagine
any.
Fane, there's like an issue with DX8 and stuff, so he's probably got. That's probably his issue at the moment with 64-bit. I
The
don't know.
DX8 is
From my intel, yeah, they're all on DX9. From my 32 doesn't have his config. Okay, well, Fane might be in trouble.
Yeah, I
Apparently
mean, quite
things are okay.
unfortunate. I mean, even without Fane issues, like this has still been fairly dominant. Like he might have, like you said, he was lagging, which obviously doesn't help. But it was more just that Uber, which Doge got caught with, basically just led to this round being awful because they lost the initial round and then Doge just died to a full Uber out, and they've been down Uber ever since.
Yeah, I think Fane has fixed his game by the sounds of what Matt is saying in the team captain's Discord. So
That's good.
we'll have to see. I pray, because it would be good if they could all play together and not get a sub. I know Fane would be absolutely livid if he was not able to play this final. So hopefully they can figure it out.
We unpaused for half a second.
That's
good.
That's the joining. Nice.
Well, then yeah.
Hopefully they remember that they have had.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
they are
fully
pretty
trust Lau
forward.
to remember this.
I mean, Lau, he can check. I assume they aren't like pub medics like me who use Uber
I
because
forgot
it's fun.
you can cheat on medic now.
And yeah, you can cheat on medic. Yeah.
What, could you not cheat on medic before?
No, it's like in
they
my
got
game, you
that
have to
crash
count
stack. They
Ubers.
blow up. So
You actually have to count them. Oh, Matt straight in, trying to deny that clip, but unfortunately will get picked up by Riot. They do keep Doge alive, thankfully.
yeah, that's a pretty bad death in the end from Matt because they're all going to spawn in no time because of the cap, and they'd already capped, I believe, when Matt died. So they really have. Doge doesn't Uber, but they have no way of like stopping Cookie just walking in a good trade here, really, or an edge. And yeah,
Yeah, Cookie
just dies. He just dies. Doge's Uber is a lot better though. Yeah,
They
Cookie's
might not
just
even use
beefing. They're not
Cookie as
even
beefing.
using beef. That is a Cookie viaduct beef.
That is a beef indeed, and the bomb will try and come in to get something, but won't be able to finish something off. Silver's still on the sniper. I think.
No,
maybe
he's
not.
just
No, sorry.
dead.
No, he is just dead.
Yeah,
You're right.
So
great more by Doge there.
Yeah, I mean, I assumed it was going to be bad when I don't think he meant to drop sheep, obviously, but in the end, the Bulls are still, holding out, not using anything. Oh, and Rai gets crushed. Midi, he's got a nice rocket. Did Doge get? Oh,
Just
another
raise
pause.
Oh my
I
God.
think Doge got balled, but he is on a pack, so he will live.
Yeah, it's actually the one thing that Cookie didn't need to do there was beef, because now they actually do have a chance of coming back on this map with their Uber.
Yeah,
you can delay the point a long time while having Uber, so we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, unfortunately, another pause. So we'll have to.
If
We'll
this
have
was
to see what's
Highlander,
happening.
we would have already forced them to unpause, and they'd just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no
surely, like,
mercy.
if the other team lets them pause, you can go on forever, though. No. Like, at this point, Mr. Admin probably doesn't know the rule, but surely, like, at this point, you could force them to unpause if you wanted to.
I think Well, there's a time limit on how long you can pause for.
Isn't it like
I'm not
5
sure
or
what
10 minutes?
I think it is 5 minutes, and I think it isn't just specifically map. It's like over all maps. So they've kind of just used up all their pauses. Oh, it can be a reschedule, really? Okay. So we may have a reschedule. That's interesting. Yeah. Surely they just get down and send it. Just get down and send it and see what happens.
He has been pugging a lot on the soldier, so he would be ready.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna tell him it's his call up.
Wils.
We can get us some music while
Yeah,
we wait for the pause.
Need a bit of a break.
And we'll get back to you when the game is unpaused. Hopefully it's not in 5 seconds when we. So we are back. The pause has finished, and there was like a little miniature fight there where Enrith and Connor got killed, but you didn't miss too much. So they do have the I assume they have a lot of ad here. Again, my HUD is broken, so I'm going to reload my game. But
it's pretty much like 50 at least. Actually, no, they're even now. They got it during that time. Oh, and Lex just instantly headshot. Yeah. So they still pretty much have to play perfectly here from isolation to have much chance, and they do Uber pretty terribly from Doge. Uber's on nothing and has to look. Yeah, he has to look for Robo, and yeah, kind of not really Robor's fault there at all. Like Doge just uses on nothing, and Sheep was just on the other side of point. So not the mistake you needed in this situation.
And they obviously have the Uber now, so it's going to take an absolute miracle to try and force this Uber and be able to like get the point here. They do get the force, and Enrith will delay his jump. Unfortunately, he won't be able to go in. Lex will get picked up though, and
both
so
soldiers
will
might. No, he lives.
No, Bane lives. So they actually do stand a bit of a chance here. Matt will get picked up. Unfortunately, they don't get the trade for Enrith. It's going to be a 2 plays down.
Silvo's just AFK on the point. Oh, that's crazy. He times out, but he's just AFK on the point. Doesn't even die. It's so funny. Yep. So 5th pause. So thanks Silvo. He has 200 ping now, going down hopefully just from rejoining. They are going to double sniper battle to mid though in the final round here.
Fingers crossed we do not have any sort of pauses here and that it can go down to the wire. Both teams only need 1 round to get that first map for this grand final. Get off to a really good start, so we'll have to see. Both teams playing slow around their sniper, as they did last time. Silver playing a bit more of an aggressive angle though, more towards the rock on the point side. They're kind of, I guess they're maybe waiting to spot where Sheep is or what he's doing. And he's fully charged. Sheep will just unfortunately miss it. Silver is on low HP in the back there, so they can maybe afford to play a bit more aggressive. Silver peeking on the stairs there. Does Sheep know? I don't think he does know. He's getting a lot of shots off, but not hitting a whole lot.
Yeah, just like little fights going on the flank, so I still don't think either team really wants to commit. Both soldiers are just like eating crap on the flank, and Fane's eating a bit as well, so... Oh, and Cookie just a body shot peeking on the edge of the point, so... They thankfully do have another scout though in Connor, but it's still going to be really hard unless over. Maybe
he lagged out.
Maybe he plug pulled and just pretended he lagged because he got body shot, you know?
Yeah, let's see. Hopefully, fingers crossed that everything is fixed and it's only 3 maps, the grand final to be. We'll just have to see how it goes. Yeah, obviously Silver has been picked up there, so a good initial pick. Both Ubers are even, and they do have the point on the side of Esports. Sheep taking that aggressive positioning on the rock as well will get the headshot onto Enrith, creating a bit of pressure, and you know everyone's obviously very scared to peek. Silver is on Soldier actually, so it'll be interesting to see how they play this. Loud drops. No.
That is not a great start for them. I mean, they did have a good comeback potential some of the rounds. Doge is going to get forced really easily in house then, so I do feel like they've let themselves get forced in these situations a bit too easily. Like, they all die for it, but that, like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think
they will try for it. Riot's going to bully the forward hold. So good from Riot there, knowing it's going to happen, and Pogo and Cliff, you know, tempesting up there, and they probably can just, like, retake while Matt is dead, unless Sheep gets another big kill.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, it's not that bad if he gets forced and you kill everyone on forward hold, but Riot, the understanding to kill Matt there is a really good play, and they're going to fight aggressively while Matt is still rolling out. Silver Bombing will die though. Riot doesn't pick up Sheep. Will he be able to? He eventually does, and they are forced to sort of sit back here a little bit. Will Fane be able to live? He does get arrowed, thankfully, and they do lose another player as well. So yeah, they're going to have to play on the side. This is where the pause happened, but they're going to have to play sort of a bit more passive now that they're 2 players down rather than 1.
So Silvo's back on sniper actually. He has spawned already, so because they don't have the point, they're not really that much time down. But Cookie just dies, but so does Mitch.
And they got the cap as well, so Cookie will get a delayed spawn, but thankfully they'll be able to run down the clock, especially with the sniper watching an angle. And Fania getting shot off the rock there. They have to be so careful not to lose another player here because it just delays it so long.
Yeah, luckily for Lau, they didn't realize that they didn't have Uber yet. Andrew's actually just retaking the point fully by himself, so nice play by Andrew, just edging it back in his team's favor because everyone's terrified of the snipers.
Yep, and another pick from Sheep. He's showing dominance now towards the end of this map against Silvo, and they will get that pressure. So now that Cookie and the rest of his team may struggle a little bit here to get the point, but Connor's going straight in to try and get a kill and will get picked up on the right there, also getting body shot. Unfortunately, right fading will be able to live, but they just keep losing picks one after another, and it's just draining the clock. They're going to have to do something soon. Let's see what they do. Maybe a trade from Cookie.
That's it. Yeah, Matt is bullying them out pretty hard here, and Silvo's given up on the sniper this time, having been thoroughly defeated by Robor, taking it up. And Cookie does trade. He will get the force, thankfully, this time on Doge, and he does get a bit of a multi, and yeah, he's kind of chatting up on the rock there, but his team's not really in a good position to bomb. Silvo will jump the flank, but doesn't really get much done, and yeah, kind of just the back and forth so far, but once again, the time is just not in their favor.
They will get trade. They will be able to trade both soldiers, and Enric just living on 2 HP. Silvo will die as well, so no soldiers on both sides of the team, and they will eventually be able to get the point, but only with 17 seconds left. No, they actually won't. They're going to wait for
the spawn,
but can they delay this point? Are they able to? No, they're not. And Connor straight across the point, shooting Matt. Won't be able to get anything, but a lot of aggression from Esports, and right straight in, able to get 2 with 1 rocket, and they will be forced to leave now. That was a great bomb by Right.
Yeah, they basically had to have that happen, have any chance. And Fang kind of, I guess maybe try and deny the forward hole, but all it means is you get slammed and they're stuck inside anyway. So this is, Connor just gets body shot on Cliff, I believe. Not what you need.
That's a crucial pick, especially with the forward hold. Lex will dive and kills right as well. They're going to be 2 down. The fire coming straight out. Able to pick up another. The Uber as well. Will they get the force? Cookie dies as well. So it's just going to be Enrith and Lau. Will they be able to get the force? Matt going straight in aggression. One bomb. Drop from Fane. He doesn't see it. Enrith will be able to pick him up, but they'll have to salvage this fight. They don't have any kind of Uber to block, and I think it might just be over.
Yeah, Cookie dying there is really bad. I think if anything else happened, it was okay, because I think they lose anyway if Lau gets forced there, to be honest. So I kind of understand. Wow, Right just gets sent to the sky and will get burned by the pyro, and yeah, that's it. So Isolation getting the job done. Wow.
So it was closer than obviously anticipated. From
What do you
last
mean? We
season
literally both said 3-2. We're geniuses, you know.
I guess
right on point.
In the general sense, people thought they were far more dominant, but they did eventually get it. Yeah.
In the end, it was just kind of Silver. That last round did not look comfortable on Soldier at all. Really,
yeah.
He kind of like fed a
like all the
decent
pauses,
amount.
like he called off.
And then the sniper wasn't that good in that last round. He just got body shot twice.
Yeah.
I mean, Sheep overall damage-wise on the sniper was like a lot higher than Silver. I mean, it depends on the situation as well, but he basically had 400 less damage in 5 less minutes from Sheep, so that's really good from him.
Yeah, both medics, as we saw on the last Koth, I think, Lau had a shitload of deaths on Koth, but thankfully they look pretty even here, both the medics. But
yeah, Lau did drop twice though in that last round. I mean, like I said, the second one I think you'd lose anyway if he Ubers instead of drops, so I think that's understandable, but getting headshot is quite unfortunate for them.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I would assume that we're going through we're going through with the game. So they've officially got the one round, which is obviously exactly what you want going into a final, being 1 round up. So we'll have to see how it goes. I think the next map is Granary, which is more boom orientated. So I would assume that Cookie's team has a bit more will be a bit more dominant.
Yeah, but just stats-wise though, like the game is crazy close. Both teams had the exact same number of kills in the end. Like both had 110, which is really close. Like Cookie and Sheep, despite Sheep snipers, like Sheep had 2k more damage, but they basically have identical stats, kill and assist and death-wise. So
yeah, Do you have any thoughts on the map lock as the analyst? Analyst,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I was mainly like touching on Lau as well. Like, he had the same number of deaths as Doge, but yeah, the 2 drops and just watching him move around. I think I don't know, hasn't had his weak looks this morning. He looks a bit stiff and like a bit not fluid with the medic at the moment. Like I see him just like standing there, like doing nothing a couple of times. And
Yeah.
doesn't seem like fully paying attention at the moment.
I suppose it is a bit more scary when you're up against a sniper. Like you have to play very differently. But yeah, I definitely noticed that as well.
And I think in the sniper v sniper, Silver probably had the upper hand overall on the map. I think that probably comes from like he's played a bit of Highlander sniper, I suppose, and I felt like he had a lot of better positioning most of the time on sniper and was rotating around to get
It
shots.
felt like
Whereas
the first few rounds he was, but then by the end he kind of wasn't. Like that last round, he pretty much did nothing.
yeah, he was probably
definitely early on he was
crushing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess onto the second map, like I said, which is Granary. Very different to product, and obviously a 5 CP, which we would assume that Esports is will be a bit more dominant on. But just despite how close they were on products, so we'll have to see. And like I said, both teams have been scrimming a boatload, so they've obviously sort of refined their weaknesses a little bit, and I wouldn't be surprised if isolation can win this map, to be honest. So
it is interesting because I'm looking at Cookie's logs, and the only 2 grands on all the grands on his front page, they've lost 2 and won 1, and they've all been pretty close. I don't think
really
many of them had this roster. Yeah, I mean, just the latest one, they lost 5-3. Cookie did play well, and they were versing Tachyon, and they had Down and Paulson. So not exactly, their full roster, but interesting that like out of every map they could pick before any bans, they go to Granary because of that. I mean, despite that, and then they lost 4-5 with their full team except they had Paulson instead of Silvo, and Paulson would know the map pretty well.
Pretty sure that was a
oldest
reverse sweep as well.
us.
If you have a look, they got the rounds.
Not quite.
I think I watched that scrim. Or was it the other way around?
0-1, then 3-1, and then 4-3, 4-4, 5-4. So
okay.
Fairly back and forward.
Yeah, so this will definitely be a really good map. If Isolation can get this map, right, it puts them in a great position to win. I think the next one is Clearcut as well, so...
Interesting to see. Have there ever been any finals where a team's gone 2-up and lost in Ozfort?
I'm not a boomer,
Might have been
so...
like I don't know, maybe around the like Yuki Jasmine era.
I don't think so, because I don't remember us like losing 2 in a row sort of thing and then coming back.
Maybe a semi-final, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's best of 5 though. Down 2 is a lot to come back from. There's definitely been like down 1 and then back. I
would find it very hard to believe that they win this map and then they lose Clearcut. I feel like once you have once you have the momentum of this map, then Clearcut is going to be looking even more grim for the side of the Esports. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Like they had a total upset last season. They almost came back from the 2 downs. So we'll definitely
that's what I mean. Almost, but it'd be interesting
just
to
not
see
quite
any historians, because I can't think of any
historians.
Ozfortress historians.
My head.
Yeah, not that's what I mean. Not at the top of my head. I mean, I can obviously not all of them go to best of 5 in the first place, so it has to be a close one. And then most of the time it's close enough that you go back and forward rather than like clean sweep sort of thing, or like 2-0 and then a clean sweep back.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be also interesting. I think both of these teams will be playing at LAN. Would be my assumption. So I guess whoever loses will have the opportunity to sort of come back on a bigger platform as well, in front of live in front of people. So that'll be definitely an interesting one to watch. So hopefully both teams are able to go. Shout out the LAN Down Under in July.
Yeah, well, me and Wills will be there. I don't know if Locke will be there.
Yeah, it's not that far from my house.
Not that far from us. Yep, that makes it easy. Yep.
Let's go. I think the anticipation is that a lot of Prem players will be going. So yeah,
I'm sure I'll get to play a few random games here and there.
That's good.
that's good. You'll sub in for Witness against some other teams. I think Elmo and I are going to be playing together. So
Yep. Power
hopefully
team
we can-
coming easy first place.
I actually think we are a power team. I can't lie.
Yeah.
You and I on Scout, we're going to absolutely destroy.
Tell me.
And I think while we end up waiting, I think we're just going to quickly go to a break, and then once everything's sorted in the server, we will get back to you. Them a little bit. Those neurons.
And it looks like we have gone live though. So who are we watching
We are
first mid?
Straight into it. Obviously the rollout on this map is a little bit longer. We'll have to see where both demo men go because of how important it is. Matt is starting to go DC along with Enrith, so let's see if he can get any damage. A great stick on the pack. Enrith almost dies, but will eventually get it. On a little bit of less HP than Matt. Both teams sort of sitting behind the crate spamming. Enrith playing a bit more of an aggressive angle with a Silvo bomb straight in, but there's no pack for Silvo and he will die. I think he thought the pack that would have been there by the time, but it didn't. And Lex will die and Fame with the double bomb, so they weren't able to get anything. Cookie will die to Sheep though in a fight, and they're sort of backed into the death corner here, so they have to be really careful.
Ryder's just in, but he was waiting for 10 years from an arrow that kind of like never came, and basically just meant by the time he could have done an effective bomb, he just didn't have the heals to do so. And Sheep is kind of just cleaning up this mid with Matt, despite the soldiers dying, and they will live, but they are down to 4 seconds. And do they have Uber yet? They do, and Cookie is back, so it looks like there should be a trade or something happening.
They haven't capped mid here.
Oh, they forgot to cut mid. I forgot about that fact.
But I think they are going to try and take yard here while their flank side does cap it, but they know that there are a player down behind just capping, so they're pressuring just a little bit, see if they can get anything, but I think they will decide to just end up holding this inside the lobby, so yeah. But good initial mid from Isolation, and also aggression into yard to be able to sort of push them out and get more space.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was more a mistake of Ride just didn't get arrowed to do anything for ages, and Cookie just kind of needing to play a little bit more passive if he could, so he didn't get cleaned up by Sheep. They do just trade in here, and it's not very good. They do actually. Silver will die on the flank, and Fane isn't up top. If he wins this 1v1, it's going to be really bad. Actually, he's going to walk into Connor.
He gets Connor as well.
Really, yeah, really bad.
He caught out, but he will pick up Lex. Unfortunately, yeah, that was a good bomb by Lex, but they weren't able to follow up and kill Cookie. Right, trying to sink the shutter. We'll get Matt low. They have to be really careful.
Beat though. Yeah, they kind of get crushed by it.
And they won't be able to pick them up. They're all weak. No.
Yeah, that was a hopeful, fight when they didn't have Uber to defend second, so they've kind of just totally lost it. And depending on how quick they probably lose yard here as well, because Granary is obviously an interesting map because it basically has like an extra kind of point with yard, like an extra choke point area while most maps don't. And they're actually just straight into mid here, and I don't think they're expecting it. Actually, they're just kind of crushing the flank. It's like Andrew should get picked up by Cookie, yeah, and they're all going to come back.
Right though, so they're going to be 2 soldiers down, which I would assume will be able to pressure reasonably well. Yeah, Sheep is straight out, and I think he's looking for a trade. He's going to be careful of the traps on the left here. Does he notice them? He is able to dodge them, and is baiting the point really well, but it's going straight in for a trade. Lau will have to use because he's so low. A lot of multis going on, and Fame will get up top of Uber, but Cookie knows it, and he's running straight on him.
They just die though. Connor dies again, and Lau dies
as well, so it's going to crap here for the side of Lay Esports, and Sheep is just running amok, trying to chase down that frag up into Lunchbox. He will not be able to get it, and will run back to his medic.
Arrowed though. This should be the first round. They're only at 2. I'm not sure. They are pretty slow. Cookie and them will spawn, so if they can get any time block. No, not quite. Yeah, I'm not sure why Double Scout chasing Fane there. Like, I feel like with soldiers spawning, like Fane wasn't even like committing to like shoot them either. I feel you just let your soldiers clean up, because Connor's gone up there to fight Fane 2 out of 2 trades and died twice. So yeah, that's just not the spot you want to be fighting soldiers. Doorways and everything. Soldier's best friend.
Yeah, the flash up.
It's a really good. Actually,
really good, yeah.
They used it like Yule and such, like with Coffee Clock back in the day, like a Cookie they used to do that to really good effect all the time, and we haven't had that much Grand since then, so it's nice to see that strat still works. Right, just straight in here though.
Yeah, Bomb's straight in. Right, won't be able to pick a whole lot. Matt will die though to Connor, and Faye will also get picked up by the Combo Scout Cookie. But they are able to get 2 frags on the side of their Esports here, and they just have to really keep Doge alive. Even players, 2 scouts ready to fight, 2v2. Let's see who wins. Obviously the DM is on the side of Sheep, but they have the point and they're capping, and I think they're deciding to leave.
Yeah, I'm not sure
That's a surprising leave.
Unless they just didn't think they'd get Uber in time, because they had better spawners, and now they're coming back into trade, because yeah, pretty weird call to leave there when they had the better spawners, and yeah, they're kind of just like, they've taken good space here, but Doge is gonna...
Doge has to be really careful. Yeah, they will get the Uber out and the trade. Sheep trying to run amok, get any kind of flash. He will hit Connor for 100, he's getting caught in. Oh, and the bombs are just a little bit too late, but Silver will die and win the fight on the flank as well.
Andrew wins the 1v1 though, which is massive. He kills Connor and gets an arrow before Wright can kill him. And so Wright's going to have to equalize away here. He's somehow still alive, but no, Andrew cleans up here. So despite Sheep dying, Andrew doing huge work here, and he's actually fallen to Enrith. But unluckily for him, he almost gets knocked into the pack. But massive play by Andrew, you know, almost winning that fight for his team. But yeah, in the end, just the spawn is basically letting them just take that for free. In the end, was not the right call.
Yeah, definitely, and they're gonna try and get this second point as well. While they're gonna be 1 player down, they're sort of spamming a little bit, but Matt is able to spam along with a lot of good spam from Fane. There will actually pick up Cookie. So they're going to be forced to sort of just hold the shutter and not bait the point anymore. Sheep running straight through, but the trap dropped Doge. He didn't spot it, and Doge tried to milk the Uber, but will die. So it's kind of forced them to just go on Marcy with the disab. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah, Fane trying to go behind, but you know, they obviously can just AFK and just watch the left there from back right, and there's nothing he can really do. So Sheep is up on the sniper here, and Loud did drop once. They have a level 1 up, not in the best position here because it kind of can get spammed pretty easily here, but I think they will have to use straight through because of the sniper, and Cookie is spotting it. He's not really being healed though, so kind of awkward.
Oh, they get the force early onto the shutter. Both soldiers living. They will get the gun with the Uber, but no one's baiting the point. They're going to try and trap out the spawn doors. Lex will die, so that's really bad. The heavy coming straight out, but no one's on the point. Fane spamming as much as he can. Scrounge fight, but they are able to get up 2 frags there with a good sticky end pipe from Enrith, so we solidify the win, and they are going to 1-1 now.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best push like that. I mean, I don't think they Ubered that early because they just Ubered and instantly killed the gun and kept him in spawn. Like you said, pretty weird call to Connor not bait point because it was only Fane and he was not near it. Like they were all in spawn, but in the end, the heavy kind of got stuck in the door and they all just got spammed and died.
Yep. Both demos at the same HP on mid. Enrith can expand a little bit more now, but Matt's still opting to play a bit more passive, whereas Enrith plays aggressive, sort of sitting on the point, spamming the stickies. Both teams not really committing to anything. Fane sort of just does a bit of a fade bob.
Lex gets Lau.
Lau will die, so can they keep Doge alive here? They are scrambling to keep him alive. He's in the back corner here, and I think they will. Matt will live, but Silver is... Oh, Matt, sorry, will die, but Silver won't be able to chase the combo. And
kind of ballsy. I'm not sure this is the play for Andrew. Kind of just dies trying to fight mid here. Doge will live thankfully, but quite hopeful trying to get through a door. Although it is bigger than old Granary, yeah, double projectile. So they get mid at least. So even though Loud died instantly, nice play there by Lex crushing him and basically winning the mid for his team. But actually, it looks like they're trying to block this. I don't think they're going to get this in time.
Yeah,
actually they will. But Lex and Fane are already in so far, and for some reason they just haven't dealt with them at all. Oh, Lex finally dies, so a bit of miscommunication there, I think, from isolation. The soldiers are in so far, and the rest of their team is just sitting in death corner, kind of baiting them.
Yeah. Unfortunate Lex dying there. It slows their push down, and the Ubers will probably end up evening out.
Well, I don't think they're even trying. They're not even trying.
Yeah, so they're going to end up just holding yard a bit more aggressively, so it puts the pressure on the Esports to kind of get some sacks in here, but Cookie will just die in lobby, but they get the trade actually, so they can keep cooking here if they choose to. Right in death corner, no one's really looking at him. He probably could have bombed, but he's decided to spam. Doesn't really get a whole lot of damage, and they're going to be 2 down anyway, so maybe it was the safer play to just sit there.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to push into mid here, which I guess is why once Lex died, they kind of gave up, especially if you're not used to it. They actually do just trade in here. Once again, kind of ballsy, but Connor will live, and the thing is, you're just not going to have any space afterwards. Yeah, Sheep just gets doorwayed, which is the... I mean, it's a cute play, but I'm not sure this is the map all the time for it, you know?
Oh,
Silver kind of just beats for some
kind
reason.
Both on the low though. Lex will die, and Fane is waiting for an arrow. They won't be able to pick him up. It's even players on both sides, but Sheep is spawning soon, so maybe they can get some kind of push going on here. Yeah, Matt being aggro in the garage. Let's see what happens. No Ubers in play. Oh, but Enrith knows, and he's just doing doorway simulator.
Connor isn't on the medic well. He gets crushed though, absolutely destroyed. Going for the medic, I think it was worth the play. And they actually are in. Andrew is just getting bullied here though in the doorways, and Sheep isn't above. They actually are in behind on them. But they are just kind of trading players out, and this isn't too bad for isolation. But once again, the spawns are pretty good on this map, and so they just keep getting people to come in.
I think they're sitting back in the garage.
They're gone now.
A lot of space. Enrith is poking a little bit, but I don't think he's going to get a whole lot for what he's doing. Right bombing though, maybe for a sack. Ooh,
oh, they Uber.
Ooh, and they drop Matt, unfortunately, but the Uber is a lot longer for Doge, so if Sheep can get any kind of kills, it could be good. He's running it low, he's trying to kill him, but he's getting blocked in the door.
Yeah.
And they're forced to go back to having him cat, so Matt's going to get a bad spawn.
Fane died as well, so there should be yard for free, so really heads up play by Cookie to not let them just take that for free, knowing he could get a good trade. Connor just dies, but Sheep will feed as well. Lex is in behind fighting Ride, but he does get cleaned up, and so will Andrew, so I'm not really sure what they were doing so far forward still. Like, the whole team was kind of trying to stuff a doorway, but that's really hard without a demo man. And they basically just gave this round up. Like, I mean, they do have a scout soldier spawning, so actually it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Once again, good spawns make it hard to do much on this map.
A bomb from Silvo will not really get a whole lot of damage or anything. And
Lau's gonna die though. Lex is on him, yeah.
Good bomb from Lex killing Enrith as well. So, and Doge doesn't have Uber quite yet, but I don't think he will die so long as they can stay on him. Yeah, the bomb from right won't be able to pick up anyone. And Andrew winning his 1v1 on the point there. So, actually...
got the sniper and spawn. He's looking at the wrong angle. Actually, no, they don't see him. Somehow, I can't believe they don't see him. He's just standing with the door open and he just gets the turn around and body shot. And Cookie, unfortunately, kind of beaten there. And Ride's going to die as well. He doesn't get damage to Andrew. And Lex unfortunately gets crushed by Enrith.
We are back. They have figured out their issue, it seems like, and both teams are... Well, it looks like LA Sports going to try and push into last. I don't know
full
what
ad for last it was, because Doge got body shot, so he's only at 50%. They do force pretty early once again. I mean, they all are in spawn, but they haven't got the gun or any time once again. Looks like Cookie is just going to try and cap, and he really hasn't been blocked much. Lau gets body shot actually, but look, still a lot of time on point. Wright's actually going to get this. Oh my god, he gets it as he dies, so not a clinical...
garage here. I'm sitting back, and I think, sorry, the pause has been undone, and I believe down is in. So the Avengers have assembled. Down on Soldier
is in the server,
which is BLG Jimzo. That should be down, but anyway. So yeah, they've got down into the Silvo. Silvo had problems with his game, and hopefully we won't have any pauses until then. Unlucky Silvo.
Yeah, Lex on my screen it said he killed Bound, but I assume he created actually. But Lex is on Spy, and normally he's on Salty Sniper. I don't think I remember him playing Spy ever, and I feel like he almost just decloaked in front of a soldier. But he has decloaked now, and Lau actually doesn't know. Well, Lau knows he's healing him. He does arrow him, and Lex will probably why he doesn't play much Spy. He hasn't actually got picked up yet, though, surprisingly.
He did get out, though, thankfully. He is alive, so they're going to have to be really wary of a player behind. And maybe the isolation can kind of cook based on that. You know, they're a bit... He's going through drop down, actually, so I'm not sure. Is he going to just try and swap? And I think he is. Yeah, he's just leaving.
Oh, how do you swap though on spy on this map unless you run all the way back to real spawn?
Is it? No, please don't tell me you're gonna run all the way back to spawn.
Paulson's
Okay,
in this
no.
game in spirit.
No, he's back. I'm surprised. Why would he go out and then back in? Like,
Maybe they're trying to you
like
know,
down
get some of
knows
the-
he's there. Yeah, he just decloaks in front of down, and now he's taking the funny ambassador battle and showing why he's not a normal hit scan player. He somehow lives again though.
Well, they're kind of, I don't know, in this situation, if you're esports, you kind of just have to
I
wait.
think we're a bit, despite it being 2 hours and 20 minutes into the game, we are a bit too early on the actual final for the memery, I think.
We are.
Like, we're just getting a ball trying to hit Doge and Lex just hiding at last as spy. Like, what is happening?
I've checked the facts on ozfortress, and I haven't found a 2-0, but I found a 2-1 down, and they came back to win
Oh, that's not
in
too
season
bad.
26. I lost. We were up 2-1.
Oh no.
Well, I'd lost a coup coffee clock.
Yeah, that was my.
They are just
my
trying to
peak.
get into the flank here. Andrew's been kind of crushed though. Oh, the spy is
We're getting
actually
tricked.
pretty smart, but the spy was a bit late. Like he tries to pistol, but I don't think Ambi is the gun for Lex, despite his sniping prowess. And they lose 3 going for the flank play. Looks like they
Yeah,
are
so-
trading here. Matt is so far in. They are just waiting for
hiding
this
behind
one.
the crate. Yeah, he gets straight in. It's actually not that bad of a trade. He is going to get right really low. Will he be able to save right? Lau does. Good flash. So right, sitting back will be unhealthy though. So it's kind of bought time for the team to get back in. And Fane's bombing, but will fade. Lex also bombing, but straight onto Connor. Misses the rocket, unfortunately, and will get picked up because of it. So they're going to be one player down. But they are getting forced back into death corner. Cookie gets picked up, and they're all low. And they will eventually get out. So
Yeah, I mean
Thankfully.
that's more the timing you want for trades. It's like when you're gonna have players and you're blocking the point. Cookie did like a similar sort of oof
Mission ends in 60 seconds.
before, like through Gary, but this time, yeah, they just kind of hid behind the crate, and now they're pressuring pretty hard on second. Matt's not taking all that much damage either, really, despite how forward he is. And the soldiers is in on Lau. They just, once again, they just don't watch top at all. They do lose a couple for it, but you take that every day of the week.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it was.
I just don't, how does
Good
a
play
soldier
there.
walk the whole way in through top though onto your man?
Yeah, it's a bit of a grim situation, but they do have the Uber ad into last, and they're just going to get ready. Down will be able to spawn, thankfully. Oh, right, a bit ballsy there. Able to knock Matt off and almost kills him actually. So, but again, they have this 80 ad. Let's see how they take it. They are on the high
Yeah.
ground here, so
Connor-
waiting.
Yeah,
Spotted
Connor
it,
has
though.
a similar gun spot though, and I'm not sure it's the best spot being like this out in the open because you kind of just get it spammed.
Oh no!
Oh,
Don't
sheep
drop
just
down.
hits- yeah.
Uber.
Oh, this is
This is terrible. They've
Did
lost
they Uber?
3 in an Uber charge.
oh they Ubered. What?
Yeah, no,
What?
I-
What?
Doge
Did
got knocked
Doge just
down
fall
onto the
off
point.
top?
He got knocked
Oh,
off.
like hi. That is
Yeah,
The control
probably
point
the
has
worst
been
Uber I think I've
contested.
ever seen into
that
Grand
was
Last.
pretty bad.
Like lose 3 players Uber on 0 people run away and lose the point. So
Yeah, and now they have like total full ad
Sheep is
pushing in
sniper
here.
here. Was looking at the sky before. What is this? Oh, he's looking at the roller door. I think he's just waiting for the sound cue, but you would think they might be a bit more aware considering Silver did this, and I think Endrith is kind of trapping it, but he has stopped, and Lau is just in for free, kinda.
He's still there though. Sheep is waiting. Maybe he's gonna try to
But
block the
there's
point.
0 angle, so
They
I'm
actually have
like,
no idea.
yeah, once again though, there's 0 angle on this map, and
Oh.
yeah, Bright now knows, so Lau just walk to the point, and then if he doesn't go death corner, then you're kind of useless. So, down slash Silver will pretend to it is kind of feeds there. Doge does have, so not that big
Yeah.
a deal. Just
And like
taking
you
for
said-
free, I think is worthwhile.
And like you said, it's kind of like a secondary point here in yards, so they're gonna be able to hold it fairly aggressively, waiting for down to spawn. He has not come up on any sort of funny off class quite yet. And Cookie's just in garage having a peek, seeing how they're gonna sack maybe.
Yeah,
We'll have to see.
Just thought I'd
Oh,
bring
Cookie
up
almost died.
Yeah, Endrith has 4 DOMs at the moment as well, which I thought was interesting. So
Like the goat.
never
He does
dying
have 4
pretty
doms.
much.
40 points as well. Wait, what the hell? I've
They
not
are
really noticed
soldiers
that.
is in through death corner, and That's a nice Tempest combo down. He's neither. He kind of just misses completely, and Rife's not going to get close though. Cookie runs in pretty far, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, they are able to pick up both the soldiers. They are spawning really quickly though. So if they
are pretty far in though, and Cookie's not really done anything to trade yet, and he is pretty far out. And it's kind of been left alone in that domination spree gets revenge. I mean, that was smart. I don't know what the plan was from Cookie there. Kind of just like left Enrith out to dry and didn't do anything on the point. And they are so far in here, even though Enrith has actually, is he going to spawn? He's not going to spawn. So quite a good heads up play here. But Sheep is in trouble. Oh, he gets the kill on Riot though, which is nice. Yeah, makes it. Riot, Lex is just in on Lau, but he kind of.
Oh, it gets Lau to 1 HP. He kind of that last rocket not able to kill him. Yeah.
Unfortunate because I don't think Lau really saw him, but he just like his bomb was too far in, if you know what I mean. And Lau had already gone forward by the time he landed, not expecting him to back off, but it could have been a round changer that kill.
Yeah, definitely. It's unfortunate he wasn't able to get the kill, but they'll be back in the same position here, sitting in inside of yard.
Pretty much dead even though.
Yeah, dead even as well. And 4 minutes left as well with the banning config. They are 1 round up, so Esports are gonna have to get 2 here, which might be a little bit difficult, but we'll have to see. I'm not Esports, sorry, Isolation. Both teams just waiting for a sack here as well, so. We are back. They have unpaused. There is still talks about a reschedule, but they're going to play this map out. So we'll at least see the decision by this. Elmo has gone to make a protein shake, so it is just me for now. But we'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, both teams have even Uber. One team is in garage, their Esports. They're going to try and get some sort of sack going. Hopefully there isn't like a crash here during the sack, maybe, which warranted the pause, but we'll have to see. Both teams spamming. Cookie taking garage now. With the whole combo, both scouts here as well. I'm actually not sure where Enrith is. He's sort of lagging behind a little bit, but the sack coming in will pick up Doge actually. They get the 2 kills, but Doge has dropped Uber, and they're going to be able to sort of push or keep Lau alive, for instance, and then maybe just push back in. But that was a clutch bomb. They're trying to scramble something inside of the death corner here. Cookie will go down, and he does get dropped. Lau will have to use the Uber, unfortunately. Can they get any kills whatsoever? It doesn't look like it. Enrith might get picked up by Sheep here. What will happen? He will eventually get picked up, and they're getting crushed. Sheep will die, but Lau dies because of it. And that sack went to absolute crap, and they've sort of just they've just lost it there. So they will now have ad on the side of Doge, about 30 or 40, I would assume. My HUD is still broken, but that's my assumption. And they might be able to get some push into mid here. And that was the pause. I think someone was disconnected or whatnot, but. They're going to hold yard, sorry, until they get that Uber, then maybe they can push out. We'll have to see. Both scouts sort of pushing through here on the right. Connor will try and leak behind it. It looks like he's getting it pretty well. The combo's sort of walking in, drying without the Ubers, a bomb onto both scouts, and they will pick up Andrew. Sheep as well, so no scouts on the side of Esports, and they're going to have to push back. Connor straight in, right on the medic. Well, Cookie, sorry. Will he be able to get him? And he gets a great body shot, able to pick up Doge. So they're going to have to be really careful to try and scratch for last here, but I don't see them holding this. Good cap time as well. Lau should be close to Uber, if I had a guess. And they are pushing straight through here. Going straight to the point. They can't... Does Matt have traps on point? He doesn't. He goes straight into the skybox, but I don't think he's going to be able to touch the point. And they will finally get that round. So, yeah, really sort of a ping-pong back and forth. Such a bad drop by Doge there, and then for Lau to die as well. But then straight into the dry fight was good by Cookie in the combo. So... Good stuff.
2 up makes this a very hard comeback. As I said, with Banny config, I've seen 1-3-1 comeback by me and you, Wils, on Snakewater against 4X last season. But I don't think it's seen much difference. It's hard to see them losing this one though.
Yeah, they definitely have the momentum, that's for sure. The bomb by down straight in onto Matt. Not only misses the rocket, but the other one connects, and they'll also pick up Sheep. So the combo is in shambles at the moment, and they will just try and keep Doge alive. Andrew running for his life, Cookie chasing, but it's hard to see them getting killed here, and they won't. But they definitely won't be able to fight them anytime soon until their spawns at least.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much they just all blew up there. Matt should have not really have died to that Soli. He just took forever to get picked up, and from there just spent too much resources killing that guy that you were just all in a crap position and got ran over. Thankfully, Andrew and Doge were able to run away, and Sheep is on the sniper here. Actually, he swapped off. Probably should just normal hold like NG sort of thing, stop the bombs.
Yeah, I mean they can afford to sort of wait for this Bunny config timer to go down, so that if they do end up getting a decent Uber or something, they can just they can just wait it out, and then if they get any kind of force or kill onto Doge, then they can just cap and win the game. So a bit of crunch time here, down high bomb straight onto Doge. Does miss both the rockets, unfortunately, and Connor will go down as well at the shutter there. So maybe a bit of a counter aggression. Sheep looking aggressive as always, running up to the point, maybe ready for a trade. We'll have to see, shooting the stickies, and they're kind of taking their time here. They have to be really careful. But Sheep is baiting the point well, not typical of his aggressive trades. Still baiting, and they're kind of giving it to them here. Enra being a bit aggressive, but not really blocking it.
Yeah, Cookie kind of blocks, but they do let him cap for some reason, which is pretty odd, because normally, like, you can even, like, quad sack or triple sack on this map, and then your demo just trades and blocks the point. Because if Doge, like, isn't staying, they do actually trade in now, so they do get the force, and Lex will die, and they're actually, Cookie and the Soldier, yeah, they've actually just killed Fane, so they take advantage of the top play. I'm not sure, where Lex died, but yeah, nice trade there.
They're aggressing right here to try and get any sort of kill, scrounging for the fight. They
I think this has to be over. Like,
they get two though. Are they able to block the point?
And a crushing victory in the end, really, on 5 CP. Kind of as well, I mean, I know you weren't. I said 4-2, and
oh really?
Well, I said 4-2 and was expecting the 5 CP to be stronger, and the Boomer versus Uma come out on top, you know.
Yeah, really surprising, honestly. I thought that they would hold a bit more of a fight. They started off so well, and they could have, yeah, they just collapsed a little bit there towards the end, unfortunately. Looking at the logs here, obviously it was a bit of a slow game. And they're doing pretty well. 13 for 7 then. Like you said, he had 4 doms at one point in the game, so pumping it out, getting those kills. And Cookie as well, pretty solid. 19 for 11 there as well, so overall...
Yeah, I mean, Sheep a lot of damage, but a lot of that will just be like because he trades a lot. Really good from Fane damage-wise and frag-wise. 19 to 18 on Soldier. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, his other Soldier, Lex, not doing quite so well stats-wise, at least going 9 for 22, and
that's spy play as well.
Kind of not it, and yeah, both flank scouts not really. Both flank scouts not really doing a lot.
It's kind of hard when the game's so slow though.
Yeah, plus I mean Granary is kinda to do much a lot of the time, and you don't want to like feed, so it does make it difficult to do things. So
yeah, definitely. Lau also Doge actually dying less than Lau.
Yeah, 4 deaths and losing 4-1 is quite odd.
He had 4 deaths, but he had 3 drops, so
yeah, that'll do it.
Did he really? Oh,
what happened on the third round? Did he drop or something as well? Then
he got bombed, but he wasn't accounting for like Soldier was just sitting there spamming rockets and stuff. Like
so
he took a bit of chip damage and just died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is rough. You don't see that too often. 4 deaths only, but 3 of them dropped, so it's kind of counter.
Yeah.
Losing that last round because he dropped some crucial drops means they lose.
They are. They have loaded the map Clearcut. I was under the assumption they were going to play that map and then sort of push it up to like maybe a best of 3 sort of thing in the future at some point whenever everyone can play. But I'm not sure. Everyone's in server. It looks like they're ready to go. Even Claw's in server. Maybe he's playing.
I think
all 12 are in.
He's just too connected to the server. He has 1 ping on the scoreboard now, and he's like got 900 FPS. Like he's just in the game at this
Yeah, same with Silvo. 64-bit just can't handle it.
Reality now.
Yeah.
Like 1 ping is crazy. What? Wish I had 1 ping. He's basically at LAN, right?
Yeah. Unfair.
And 64-bit as well. Is just he's on like the LAN server computer.
It seems like an update. Seems like they're wanting to play the 3 maps while down is murking. So I think we're in for a long one here. Ideally, I don't think there were that many crashes before.
I think there were 2 pauses, weren't there, or 3 on Grand.
Yeah, so it's getting better.
I think 2 with Silvo, and then 1 after I think down join with Vayne.
Yeah, and this
Like
and this
I said,
map
it
is,
would be
Mhm.
kind of awkward when if it happens to a medic at some point, because Doge I think did at some point say he crashed once, I think, but yeah, awkward if you're Ubering and your med drops because he crashes. So hopefully that does not happen.
yeah.
Lau was like updating his config for the 64-bit, so hopefully he's like prevented it from happening to himself.
Apart from the DX level, what other things and the FPS, were there many other things to take into account?
I've seen a couple of people post screenshots where their screen's just like a blue or white. It's something. Ah, so there's another issue with the 32-bit that it forces you into insecure mode. It'd be good
What a
if
pain.
the server allowed it, because you could just cheat. But unfortunately, we don't allow that.
We don't allow cheating. Yep. Yeah, my estimated guess is they're definitely playing this out now. So
Yeah, I mean, Lex has just left. Sheep says, I crashed, guys. I think assuming he's miming.
oh my god, I'm crashing IRL right now. This is crazy. But
Unfortunate.
hopefully this map might be obviously it's COF, so it might be a bit quicker, but also the fact that oh wait, didn't they correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they lose on this map?
Who's they?
Sorry, isolation.
When? Like in the actual...
When they had memories on demo.
Oh, they did actually, yes.
Yeah,
They were
the
triple
incident.
COF, was
It's less of a like you can't really snipe on this map, so they can't sort of rely
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
I
last
would,
time it was
that's a
definitely
good
like a closer map. And then they lost that last round in tragic fashion, we'll say.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully no bad memories are flooding back here, and they yeah,
That must have been, that wasn't last season, the season before.
no
memories last season. So
yeah, because Matt, yeah, no memories. No memories last season for sure. So we'll have to see.
Having
what's
down
gonna happen
instead of Silvo is probably a plus on Soldier, but they lose that sniping. But I mean, down is a competent
I don't
sniper
think the
himself.
sniper matters that much, or like is that useful, because this map is so much easier to high bomb and get in behind to bully the sniper.
Yeah.
Like we always
Yeah,
snipe, like my team would snipe on product, and then you do it once and you just get quadruple bombed and blow up instantly. So I don't think that really matters. So I think just having the better soldier player probably is a bonus, really.
Maybe mini sentry engineer
Yeah, let's not.
up on
I
the
don't
roof.
think.
You know, you can actually build on that roof now. You used to not be able to. Now
What do
you
you
can build
mean,
on
like
it.
from
Like
the like at all?
Well, you used to not be able to put any sort of building on the clear cut roofs, like near the point,
Weird.
and
I
now
wonder
you can.
why.
So, which would be
Weird.
definitely.
Did you figure that out in one of your scrims?
I was watching a RGL game actually, semi recently,
And they did
and
it. Well, maybe if they're in
when
trouble.
they had well, yeah, when they, I think it was when they had Uber ad. The way they were bunkering, they were putting like little mini sentries on the roof.
Surely you just build like a level 2, like further back, and then move it up, like if your teams want to fight.
Yeah, you could also do that.
Because level 3 is not even like that needed, so surely you do that.
Yeah.
Looks like we've had a few disconnects and reconnects from Lex and then Cookie now.
Cookie as well, yeah. Thankfully, they aren't like game timed out or any sort of thing. It's just disconnects. So I would assume that. And Doge is ready up. So that's a good sign. At least
I think it's going to get awkward for down on the last map if it goes to like 5. Like he has to decide
whether he wants his first place medal or not.
He can't lose either way. Like he'll either win with the team but lose the medal, or win the medal and lose with the team.
It's always a tough decision to make.
Whoever's paying more, really. Like I think he'll be doing some deals on the 5th map.
Yeah. I have a bet with Down on who's going to win, and now that he's playing, it's
I'm sure you bet on the isolation though, correct?
Yeah. So he's
being
just
glazing
now.
You know.
He's just gonna. No, I'm kidding.
How's it going, guys?
Looks like we've taken so long that we've got a caster in with Mr. Turris/Davey.
The night shift.
You want to give me a quick rundown?
We've just started the second map and we've had 100 pauses, but it is 1-1 starting the third map, so we've come at a good time.
Now, is that because of the update?
Yep.
Yeah.
What a shame.
because of the update,
What a
yeah.
shame.
Upsetting. Anyway, straight onto this. Both teams spamming across the point. No snipers, as we expected. This map was a little bit difficult to snipe. But yeah, still team spamming. No point yet, so they can't bait it or edge it or whatever. But spamming that top left roof as well. Sheep, 3 stickies there, able to shoot them, and now they will aggress now that the point is ready. One soldier going behind, and Lex landing on the combo, trying to get back, but Fane will commit onto Lau, and we'll get that 100 damage rocket. Doge died in the back, so not able to trade medics. And Lau actually has Uber now as well.
Lex is still in pretty far though. Matt just jumped high, but not really doing anything. And yeah, kind of they just get weird coordination there because Matt just jumped above hut, like above. What do you call this building actually? Normally, I've totally forgotten.
No idea. I haven't
Yeah.
played since this map's been in the pool.
Yeah, but yeah, Matt just like jumps on top of that, didn't really do anything, and then Lex kind of fed it by himself, and someone tried to go behind, and they all just walked. They're actually Ubering straight in here. Doge, nice surf, but he will get cleaned up. Nice rockets by down, and they've got it. They're actually, yeah, gonna keep Lau alive through nice dodging by him. Really, I thought he was dead. Yeah, I thought he was definitely dead.
That
but
rocket didn't
really
smash
good
him,
start. Yeah, pretty unlucky from him.
Yeah, and they're going to have that Uber ad yet again. However, this time they can sort of choose to dry fight without the Ubers. And it's only 15 ad anyway, so it's probably not something to worry about at the moment. So we'll have to see the team sort of walking up, or isolation walking up on the left there, not getting spammed a whole lot. So it's pretty easy to walk in, right, fading on the height, spamming a rocket, not really doing a whole lot. And the same with down. Hopefully they'll be able to get a pick here. Oh, down just living on the right there on the roof. And a commit bomb onto Lau. We'll do 100 damage Fane, but we'll miss the other rocket, unfortunately. So Lau is going to have to bait all the way back, but at least they'll get the point, and it's even players. They don't want to deny Fane quite yet. Well, they don't want to cap until Fane respawns. So they do, thankfully, get the cap. But they have to just be careful that 10 ad. I doubt they'll use it. Oh, they actually do. So Cookie's running across the point, and the high bomb coming in, but I think Doge should be able to get the Uber, and he does. He will use... and down will die, so it's actually really good for the side of isolation.
They're not getting a whole lot unless Lex can nice kill. Cookie just crushes Lex. Their Fane is in behind, but Cookie doesn't know it. He's actually gonna kill him too. Actually, Lau steals his kill. Cookie gets killed by Andrew. A bit unnecessary, but I'm glad we saw at least one ball kill in the final, and first time they've had taste of the point here. Yeah, that's the problem with like Ubering in with the ad. Yeah, you kill the med, but like then you only have 20% ad, and they can just fight even, you know, rather than just like trying to waste time and force jumps and everything and bunkering.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Both Ubers totally even. Cookie's gonna have to try and a point here, but a commit bomb from Lex actually straight onto Lau doing 100 damage. He will get picked up, unfortunately.
Doge has to die.
Oh, he does just a good movement by him, but he will get eventually picked up, and they lose 3, and their team's just going to end up wiping right
on 1 kill melee's Andrew. That is rough.
Yeah, that fight was really interesting. I'm surprised that they were able to... They were so dominant, that fight. Like, only losing 1 player, and Lex... not to mention Lex getting good damage on Lau as well, so the kills weren't even there.
The problem is, like, one of them is full on 100% committing for Lau, and then the other one's going behind, and they're both kind of, like, dying separately, it feels like. Like, they both get a decent rocket off on Lau, but then they die, and then there's nothing to clean it up with. And Ride and Down are just living so much longer as well, it feels like. Like, Ride somehow doesn't die that entire time after killing the medic, you know, and then Lex just gets sticky trapped, and that's not ideal for them.
Yeah, yeah. They're going to have to be careful of the Disset as well. Doge is baiting a lot more than before, so hopefully he won't get caught out. No, he is walking up now, but they have to kind of pressure. Like, they don't want to just do nothing. Down trying to commit, though, and Doge knows it. Will back up.
Hopeful.
That is a very hopeful bomb. But thankfully, Doge hasn't died. Fane going straight behind, getting launched, but Riot knows, trying to fight him. And Connor's in the back as well, so maybe their combo can make something happen here. Fane getting a good rocket onto Enrith and living, so a lot of pressure from the side of isolation. They are trying to make the point, but Sheep gets absolutely destroyed and has to be really careful. So maybe a trade coming in, baiting the point, maybe just waiting for Cookie to initiate, and he will come in. How deep will Cookie decide to go? He is going all the way in the backline, trying to pick up Lex. Will miss 1 shot, does eventually get him, but he's kind of just out in the open now. Will he be able to get picked up? But a good collapse from the combo.
Wow, amazing cleanup from them. Like, Cookie chases Uber to the ends of the earth to kill Lex, and it looked like he was just going to get picked up, but Matt actually is the one that's like too far forward, and then he just dies.
Yeah, it's definitely. It was I thought it was definitely going away for isolation there, but the collapse was great, and they won't be able to get back to the point, unfortunately. So, anyway, this next map I will lead. If Turris is here, I'll let him take it.
What can I say? I don't even know the context of this, but it looks close as.
Yeah, 1-1-1. So
1-1 and 1-1.
First round. Yep.
That is just perfect. And both teams, like, that was almost went overtime. They're evening out there with evens as well, with Ad Falau actually at the end. Another slow mid. I assume we're looking at slow mids this whole time, slow fights. Both soldiers just edging the huts there. And it's just a huge poke out for each team. Here the soldiers going in now at the end now, onto Doge. So low on Doge, he gets cleaned up by Robor and Andrew.
I can't believe he lived there. Like, the soldier literally landed inside his head
good.
and his rocket missed.
Just
the
a
thing
great
is, he died
from
to
Doge.
all of those last time, so I'm not... but the thing is, like, the soldiers kind of missed that rocket when he was on his head, so I'm not really sure. Maybe it's a bit surprising.
That's a bit of an execution error, maybe.
Cookie, so...
They're actually going all the way in here. Sheep's actually killing everything. They kill Enrith and the soldier, and they're going to get these spawns to buy some extra time without even using a late kill on the soldier as well. Not even going to get the force on Doge, living again on like 40 health, red health. They can't hold the fort hold off of Lex dying, but it was really impressive aggression into them there. I wouldn't expect that at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good time waster. In the end, it doesn't really
Yeah,
matter
great
if you're
time waster.
trading players that much, because they still have Uber.
Yeah.
But so Cookie weren't really in this position all that often. He traded once, which was amazing. So they'll be hoping he can get the same thing
Another
happening.
fantastic trade, hopefully. Looks like he's looking for it now, close to the left side of point. Goes onto the medic. Doge actually holding for a bit, but does get forced on 40 health. Matt takes a rocket before he gets flashed. Now 89 health. He might even get killed, but yeah, okay. So traded for Cookie at the end there.
Doge is going to die to spam as well. Yeah, he just does. Down just sits on Hut and like headshot rockets him.
And Lau 150 at the end here. Looking like he's going to survive the sack as well. Lex in, but only 100 health. Hard to get much.
Gets destroyed. Down is like stepping up this fight. Headshots the medic and then middies Andrew to keep his med up like nice and safely. So
what a man.
They did lose a lot of time, but very good retake from them.
Noticing that Paulson's not in this game, Elmo. What happened?
I don't know. He's been sending us some messages about their team picture, which has finally been fixed, and he's incredibly happy. But Silver was playing, and then because of the server 64 tick issues, he gave up on it, and instead of rescheduling, they've got Down in. Despite Down being an enemy this season, he is actually in and somehow living, and Riot as well, getting Lex killed, and both of them somehow living on like 40 health. So really nice bomb once again from them.
And this is Ad Falau as well with this death. Hard to sack with the soldier down. More time buying we're seeing again on the defense of the point. This will even out eventually here. Even out the time as well as they start to get to point.
Yeah, I think they realized it's probably not worth like Ubering in straight away, even if they can get the Doge kill, because they only saved like, they got like 15 seconds, but it just meant the other team could just fight even, and you save so much more time like waiting for them to like get Uber and then push in.
Yeah, it's all about the time. Here they go now. Doge actually took a lot of damage on the entry. He's going to still be low at the end of this trade, but Enrith does get dropped. Lau no using
They
no.
don't actually trade.
Going to be better out actually. One soldier behind here, but they're ready to go in with this ad off of just copying the Enrith death and not using. They'll be blocking, I'm sure. Surely not dropping this point. Yeah, Cookie tries the block. Does actually just dive for it. I think miscommunication maybe. One of the blue soldiers behind, but he'll be cleaned up, and this Ubrad is not actually getting used yet. More players getting dropped.
Down does jump around, so yeah, pretty weird position there.
Weird
I think
push.
they should have just waited for Enrith. Like, let them. I think it's fine to let them take the point there. You just Uber and instantly retake it. But yeah, instead
Clearly
they
Cookie
kind of
didn't agree.
Yeah, Doge. Well, Lau obviously did. They're just going to Uber in, and they're not going to get any chance of getting many things done here. Yeah, Connor actually dies out the back. Thane and Lex wasting so much time. So Andrew's
these soldiers are red
kind of
here.
forward. Luckily for him, no one else was really that forward apart from Enrith. So
Well, this will get leapfrogged.
yeah, they should be able to, take this point pretty easily. Like, they definitely need the force here. Otherwise, they pretty much just lose the round if they give this up for free or if it goes badly.
Trying to poke their way in left here. Sheep running up to the point. It's going to get used onto. Doesn't look like anyone's dying. Maybe a soldier trade for scout. This is actually a pretty clean escape for Lau.
Yeah, pretty much a nothing Uber.
Yeah.
even worse than their one. Than when the Esports, Ubered in and Cookie and all them were dying, because they only lost Connor for a soldier, and so they'll just walk this back with their own Uber, you would think.
Yeah, another leapfrog. And the times are relatively even here, maybe a 20 seconds add for blue team. Here they go, force quite early, Lau getting quite low. Demo's going to be bombing this, but again, not much they can catch. A pretty clean escape for Doge. A lot of red players actually, both these soldiers are dying. I didn't see that on the flank, thanks to Riot.
Lex just got double piped by Enrith, like at point blank, trying to go for a funny hold, but Enrith just chatting him, and they're actually playing
they're
so
still sending
aggro
this
here.
with the picks, yeah, they get the sheep kill.
I'm not sure if that's worth it though, because Connor did die for it.
Yeah,
and
not a good
because
trade.
of the cap time, if you have it, your spawns are worse, then
Yeah, that's rough.
so it's going to be a 4v6 at the point at the moment,
With
5v6
ad as
at the
well.
moment, yeah. So yeah,
Don't
Doge,
take
they're
some
just
extra
going to
damage,
take
but
them free.
they're being given the cap.
You just have to
Oh,
fight
actually, they're
this
sacking off of this,
Doge
and they do get the
gets
sack on Doge. Rather even live behind. I think this other soldier's dying. No, never mind. Both soldiers
gets
died.
crushed. Like, Matt bombs him and pipes him into the floor, so... Still, pretty much both teams have to play this perfectly to win. If they get another simple force and they don't really kill anything, you have enough time to just walk it back.
I think Andrew's going for a pick before they can use the ad in here. They're going to kill Connor. I think he'll be traded for it. Yeah, Andrew dead
the soldier's
in
just
the corner
in behind
here.
though too, and he's done a lot of
Here goes
damage.
the
He
ad.
will die.
They're kind of flanking them from the opposite side
Doge
on
is stuck
Doge.
in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere,
Doge is stuck, but they're kind of pushed into them. They got the flank kills during this, and now at the end of this is basically a 3v3. Enrith is super low fighting Matt. Enrith manages to pipe sheep just before he dies, but they can't actually they can't touch it. Look, I love that kind of aggressive play, knowing that they're running into Uber disad there, and that has worked for them.
I don't know. I feel like
so badly.
I don't know. They must have like miscommunicated though, because Matt's on 20 health. If Cookie just shoots him, they can just touch point and win. But instead, Matt just wins the 1v1 versus Enrith on 20 health, and then Cookie has to dodge around the point to not get sticky trapped. So kind of miscommunication there once again.
We're looking at another slow mid, I think. We'll see what these soldiers end up going off of. Soldiers super healthy here. Good damage on Enrith here. They might be going off that. Looks like the soldier's in through hide. Cookie low, Lau quite low, but they do deal with these soldiers on the opposite side. Lau's actually almost killed. Luckily, Enrith saves him with the stick pipe. But that's Isolation's mid to win. Evening out again, but the cap for them. Actually, almost got a block there, but they're straight in off of the cap. Equal spawns for both teams. I'm sure Cookie's ready to take this any moment. Good pipe on the mat. I think they'll probably just go off of that. At least getting the cap time off of it. Not much to go off of here. More edging the cap time. People just counter bombing the heights. And here they go over the point. Cookie on the Doge. Only getting the force now. Matt all the way out as a result though. And slightly better for Isolation. I'm thinking they're going to converge a little bit. One soldier's gone behind. Lex is already on from behind. They actually kill Lau off of that. Cookie gets killed dealing with that. And looking really good for Isolation. Again, at the end of this, just going to keep Doge alive in the bunker already. And it looks like just Connor and Enrith and Down jumping in at the end. They deal with Fane. That'll be a free cap. And with Doge living, it's looking good for Isolation coming back into this, leapfrogging it again. 1 minute for Isolation off of that as well.
Yeah, they did really well to keep Doge alive in the bunker there, knowing exactly what to do and
great awareness by Doge.
The awareness, yeah, absolutely, and they've got the 20 ad because of it as well. They don't have the points, so the initial aggression maybe from Cookie here. Trying to get Fane, pick him up. Riot will die in the back.
Super early from Fane. They do trade. Get the
so
Riot kill.
They get both soldier kills, which I suppose is ideal for the side of the Esports because of that cap time. But
Ubers are almost evening out here.
Will she try and take this initial Uber with the 30 ad? We'll have to see. Well, the 20 ad, it is dwindling. They're trying to get the point. So maybe
ended up being 15.
Yeah, maybe Cookie will be able to actually end up getting get this Uber to block. We'll have to see. Oh, it's going to be close.
Yeah, lots of spam on the cap will push Matt back, and this is evened out now, and they will be getting the cap off the damage. Lau really low, they get the force. Matt almost gets dropped in that, gets damaged, and they get a flash out of it. Cookie's done a great trade again here. He's done a really good couple that I've seen so far since I got here. And here's the post-collapse from Isolation, but the space they have at the end is really good for them. Cookie's going to quickly deny this soldier. Lau's taken one rocket only. And they clean up really well. I think that's just all off the back of a really great Cookie trade.
Yeah, to be able to get the flash on Matt there and good damage is really good. They will actually get 2 kills here. Matt and Andrew dying towards the end there. They probably shouldn't have maybe thought that they had bad positioning, and they did die because of it. Thankfully, the spawns are quick because of the cap, but it's very close. Both Ubers, sorry, fairly even.
Yeah,
so we'll have to see.
even time. It's so
Yeah,
close.
Absolutely, 1 round each as well. So we'll have to see. Getting spammed left side
He's
here.
faking now, faking in.
Yep, kind of diverting a bit of attention for his team. Does actually almost get picked up there, but he will thankfully live and get that arrow. Spam coming onto the side.
Yeah, great energy damage from Esports.
Yeah, definitely. And they're getting decent cap time here, but they get forced. And Sheep's gonna have to run in and try and get some kind of Uber. He does get the Uber out, and he's trying to run on the flank here, get a kill. Maybe can he cheeky? But he's gonna
actually
have to...
stuck in a bit at the end.
Yeah,
he's very lucky to live. He's lives on 40.
And Doge able to surf out as well, thankfully. But the fight's kind of going badly. They're really weak. Doge only just getting back to heal his players. They
Lao
don't
quite
have the
low,
point
though.
yet. Lao is low on the side there, but they do not have the spawns like Esports, so they're trying to fight early, and it is working out. They get the 2 picks, and Fane will be caught behind. Thankfully, again, Doge has lived, but, you know, a minute left. They have to be really careful not to beat another push here.
That could have really gone either way. I think that was a bit down to Cookie and Connor at the end there, just kind of clutching up in that brawl.
Definitely. And they're still waiting for Fane to die. Sorry, to respawn. He did die very late in that fight, so they're going to have to give even more time on the clock. And I hope they don't get caught by this, like, 10% ad there. I don't know if they know, but
Yeah, I
Sheep's
don't know
fighting
this.
before the Ubers, trying to get... Oh, Andrew, aggressive on the height, hitting Cookie
Cookie
for almost
fully pushed
200
off.
damage. But, oh, Lex doesn't fade onto Cookie, won't be able to kill
wrong
him.
person.
But they
They
will
get
pick
Lao.
up Lao. They lose 2 for the Lao pick, though, so if they can kind of scratch something together, they are able
Here's
to
the
kill
counter
down
sack.
right straight
Everyone in.
And they do pick up Doge, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a scrappy fight right now. Connor low, Enrith. It's just going to be Matt and
Just
and
Enrith.
Andrew. They do just get 1. Matt is low. Matt is quite healthy compared to Enrith here. He will try and get out at some point. Will he get picked up? No, he won't. So thankfully, Enrith lives.
Another well-clutched fight from isolation at the end.
Yeah, thankfully they were able to scrap something together. Doge did unfortunately die though.
Yeah, even if it's slightly and spawns resetting as well. They're a bit walking even here. They've got a minute and a half to hold though, against no advantage really, but they got the point.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's going to dribble the clock here if they try and wait for the Ubers. So they're going to get some kind of aggression. They
Matt's
pick up
actually dealt
Matt
with
really
super early.
Yeah, he was very aggressive, and Wright sort of was able to realise that and picked him up. So they have to be careful with that this demo. They can't give up the point though, and the ball will die, but they get Andrew. So they're going to be 3 combat classes down. It's
And they
heals,
can't
it's
give
Lex
this.
and Sheep. Can Sheep clutch something up? He will kill down on height. Yes, he will. But Cookie is able to get the aggression, and we'll pick him up. They'll get the cap.
That's
and
the
they will
round.
end the round. So 2-1.
Just a bit aggressive from Matt there in that standard hold.
Yeah,
It's picked up instantly.
Yeah, and for Wright to know that, I mean, he just bombed him and hit a good 100 damage rocket.
Yeah.
Just basically insta-killed him, so it was unfortunate.
That's world record hold him right as well. He
Yeah.
wanted tier 6 onto him.
That is a tier 6 jump into a round win. But we're back onto, I guess, this mid or before the cap is ready to be capped. And the bomb
Both soldiers in already.
Isolation, yeah, straight in. They do pick up Cookie, the combo scout, and down as well. Lex will die along with Andrew.
And Doge is
but
totally fine. He's surfed this perfectly again. I'm really respecting Doge's survivability in all these brawls. I feel like he's just always full health, or at least living after on a 70, surfing away. Oh, we've got a spy.
He has seen yeah, we do have a spy. He has surfed a lot of rockets that have otherwise would have just obliterated him if he stayed in. So yeah, he's doing really well, and because of it, they have the ad here and the cap. So we'll have to see, but potentially a backstab onto Doge. We'll
I'm so on the spy cam. This is the one thing Doge can't surf away from.
The spy has uncloaked. They
Never
don't know,
mind,
but
they've
they've
used
Ubered. So can they pick up Lao? Lao's so
Yeah, they
low,
get
and they
Lao.
will. Matt is able, and Enrith as well. Cookie will be able to pick up Fane, hopefully, and he does, but he will die for it. A sack straight onto
Okay.
Doge. Will he be able to get him in the shed?
Oh
He
no,
won't.
that's not the spy play you want to see. Very late. No, not able to get impact before they take the fight.
It's kind of unfortunate as he was going for the stab, they just he decloaked.
Yeah, they
and
just use him.
used,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh, well, what do I do now? Like, there's no one here.
Very hard.
So, kind of out of the fight. But again, with the ad, not as much this time. But
Yeah,
they
not as
still
much.
have the
They can
point.
totally dry this, no problem. On their way in, they're dealing with the sticks, dealing with the soldiers, but they'll be able to take this dry fight. And I'm sure they know they have the slight set here. And they'll want to take this fast, I think, or at least get the force on their way out.
Yeah, the longer they take it, the worse it is for them. But actual aggression from Esports here, and the bomb doesn't actually get a whole lot, and they pick up down, but
They
3
do
players
get
will die
Matt.
along with Matt.
It's not too bad with the player ad they have here. They're actually going to have to leave. They didn't even quite have Uber there. That was the perfect pace to take that. They kind of killed everyone right as they're at 85. And Sheep's looking to block this with the Uber ad, but at the end of this, they'll have the better spawns. The sports will be able to come back in with the Uber ad. They're not finding too many kills, maybe a soldier, but they're actually stuck in it at the end of this, these scouts. Andrew's dying, Sheep's barely living.
Sheep does thankfully live, but they have the Uber now, so they have to be really careful. Doge is so close, so if they choose to take the Uber, they might be able to get him. They're
Great
still
sync
just
by
waiting.
Matt.
They do
Gets
use
the kill.
though.
I think Doge is
dies.
dying, yeah.
Oh, straight in main. Left out for dry. Sheep is on the flank here. Maybe he'll be able to get the kill on down. No, he's opting to actually walk in. Will he be able to get
Look at these soldiers behind. They actually
die.
kill loud during this. Oh no.
Oh,
And
that
that's 2
unfortunate,
minutes.
yeah.
That whole time, 2 minutes for isolation, and then at the end they get Lau after losing Doge. To that
Yeah, I
Uber ad.
mean, the trade looked not ideal, but it's sort of, they managed to scrap something out,
worked
especially
out.
after Doge as well, yeah, and they still have this cap, so they've got, like 2.5 minutes, and they've only just capped,
You
and it's
take
even
those, I
Ubers.
think.
You absolutely take those. But I suppose isolation here haven't really had to push onto the point this round, so we'll see if they're going to get the same pressure that they caused the other team. Already out faint on top of the roof spamming, not really getting a whole lot as expected. Matt spamming across the point, no commit from anyone, but down actually committing with right straight in on that ramp. Doge serves so well again, and they both die and don't get anything. So this is looking really bad for the side of for LA Sports.
Doge impresses me so much.
Yeah, it was
He's just living for
absolutely
everything.
insane surf being able to just
Looks like
live
Cookie's
there. It
looking
was
to
a
block
double.
this last second. Quick trade from under bunker here, and they get a quick force on a Doge. They do drop Enrith, unfortunately, during this. Cookie will be able to push Matt away. Almost drops Matt. Lives on 2 HP, but they kill Cookie for it. And now they're chasing Lau with this player ad. I think Lau's barely living. Too healthy lives that rocket. And they're not able to chase him. So this will end up being even. Maybe they didn't deserve it to be even, right? Chased again on the crit hills from the escape plan. Enrith takes a health pack from Lau. They're talking about that in the comms, I'm sure. And they're straight back in with Riot dead.
Yeah,
Hard to
pushing
take this.
Yeah, pushing straight in. Uber's fairly even.
Oh, and Fane beats the bomb.
Andrew getting almost killed on height there. Thankfully an arrow, but they're so aggressive straight
They're
onto
so
Matt.
aggressive.
And I don't know if they can stop this aggression.
Doge is
but
20
actually,
health. Oh, he does die.
Lex will be able to pick up Enrith, fortunately, to scrounge something. Will they be able to get the cap? They're fighting now. They're all going together. This is some good coordination, but will they be able to get any kills? Connor is so low, and they will.
Sheep,
Lau
2 shots,
bites up.
Cookie at the end there.
It's just Lau. Enrith is
Lau's
going to come
living.
back.
They have
There's
to
no
touch.
time.
They have to touch.
If
Enrith is on,
touches here,
jumping in.
he touches,
He does
but,
die.
but
Yeah, he
does
can't quite
die.
do it.
Oh, that was closer than it needed
That was
to
a
be.
shame. I mean, normally you'd love to, lose a couple but keep the medic. But in that overtime fight, you really need to win then and there.
Yeah, definitely. And now it's absolutely down to the wire. 2 rounds for both teams.
Oh man, you couldn't write it better.
Isolation.
They're following
Yeah,
the script.
Yeah, absolutely. Isolation sort of coming back. They didn't look as dominant as I thought they would, but now they're getting back on the saddle. They're both teams spamming here, not doing a whole lot. Lex is just waiting on that top left, maybe for a potential bomb to go behind or something. Sheep getting really spammed on the top left roof there, as I expect. But still, no aggression from anyone. I guess the point can't be captured just yet.
Huge damage on Cookies. Red health, so is down. That's down on Roam, I'm pretty sure, right?
That is down, yeah.
Yep. Just purely off of damage, the sports are fully pushed out, but the chase potential on that damage has actually been kited perfectly, and they've killed the soldiers on the chase. And now it's their turn to push back in. They're going to get the cap off of kiting that. I really thought Isolation was playing that way better, winning them with the damage, winning with the space. But
Yeah, Soldier
maybe a
Bombs
bit
just seems
too,
not getting anything,
bit too
yeah.
aggressive, yeah.
Yeah. And now
Just a
they're
bit too
kind of
far.
just on the back foot here. Not what I expected, but both teams have Uber, so we might get a famous sheep trade straight into them. We'll have to see.
We're looking at it.
On the
He's
left,
managed to
Sheep
dodge
is,
this damage in. Doge is doing a great job avoiding that spam. And
Sheep
straight onto
was
the
just
point
going
here.
for it, yeah. Straight in, but he hasn't actually got the force yet.
Lau's
And-
kiting this perfectly.
Oh, but Lau
Does
will
get a
use it.
meat shot, but he's using.
He will die for it. Thankfully, they do get the Ubers out of the way, but they're going to be down Sheep here. They're trying to get cap time. I assume they won't deny him. They can't even cap anyway. But yeah, they just have to be really careful with this one player down spamming. They got good cap time though, so they might be able to get a recontest.
This is all good time for the sports. Those sort of fading. Great time buying. They actually killed Lex somehow off of that. Isn't quite able to get away in time. And with this player down, they're going to keep being pressured in this corner.
Yeah,
Even
I mean,
Ubers, of course.
it just buys so much time. You lose your scout in the trade, and then as he gets back, your other soldier dies. Like that's like 30 seconds right there.
Just little
It's
staggers, it ruins
and
the whole
traps
comp.
as well.
And the
Left him
trap.
back, and he dies.
And that's
again.
just so impactful. This is 3 individual staggers now that has just bought them half the map.
Yeah, they have to be
And-
so careful now. To
They
not
almost get that
lose
sync
anyone else.
on Connor and Cookie. They get down to 50 health there. That'll buy them some space under the point. And they're on their way in now, finally, after a minute of watching people die.
Yeah, and I think Sheep, again, will probably opt to bait the point of the here a little bit and go for a trade. Both players on the roof, they're spamming a lot. Good aggression from Isolation, actually. They have to be really careful, though.
Matt pretty
to
low and
lose
can't really get
anyone.
healed. You can't get healed now. Lau's actually taken tons of spam.
Oh, the point is so capped, but they don't get it.
They're almost edging
Andrew's
this.
great in, shooting right. He's so low, but Andrew will get picked
They
up
lose
for it.
Andrew. And this is all good time for Esports still. 2 minutes down now. Wright's going behind off of this. Lau is still low. Hard to take this trade aggressively. And
Matt
never
dies.
mind, Doge drops to a random play from Enrith. Always been great at dodging those until just now. And these 2 soldiers will be in now at the end looking for their own force. And it looks like they do get Lau. So
They
not
do
the
end up
worst.
getting the I think, obviously, Doge dropping there is not great for them, but getting the
Yeah,
Uber there, they
huge
have
shame.
a slight chance to win this map. I mean, they got
Even
the
with
cap
that
time, they
point
can
so
edge it
capped,
really
they
well.
didn't get it. It's still 2.5 minutes down.
They had the bit of spawn, so they are just opting to fight right now. Right bombing, aggression onto Doge,
Huge
but the
bomb.
midi,
Oh
hits the
my
midi.
god,
He
it's a
dies.
great midi.
The counter aggression from Lex won't be able to pick up anything. They will be able to get the cap, but if they want to play this safe, they just have to keep Lau alive, and then I just don't really see a way of them winning.
You got 2.5 minutes of having ad. Surely they could do that.
They do eventually get the cap, but at what cost? Lau with the 70% Uber ad, and they're already capping again.
Yeah, straight back onto it. Matt's too low to even contest. And they're walking into Uber out here. They actually need to go right now before they get if they can.
The
They've
aggression
got
has to be
mere
now,
seconds.
yeah. Otherwise, they're going to lose. Lau is already on 95. They're going to get the Uber, so they just have to kite this almost perfectly to win.
Almost
And
perfectly. It's so hard. They're going to get some kills with it. They get Matt. They're going to get one of these soldiers. Andrew's down. And Fane's in at the end. Actually does get Enrith. Really great damage from Fane. He does what he can.
Oh, but it's Sheep.
And it's Sheep in a
against
1v6.
Scout.
Can he kill
I've
both?
seen him win this.
I've seen this clip in the OG ship clip.
Oh, he is. He's still quite
He's
healthy.
almost
Sitting
doing it.
HP.
He reached just one. Oh, I really believed in him, I'll be honest.
I honestly thought that... Yeah, that's scary. Matt is actually in, though. Gets good
Match
damage.
in last second.
And
Lex
so
on
was
as
Lex.
well.
Oh,
but that was always
unfortunately-
going to Esports at the end. What a shame with those staggers. Kind of made it a bit of a nothing round
Yeah.
almost.
I honestly
wow.
thought Sheep was winning that one.
I
I can't
thought he
lie.
might. He could
I don't
have.
understand. I mean, they should have shot the medic. Like, Doge is literally standing inside a sheep, and they shoot sheep, and he arrows him. Just kill the medic. Wow. I don't think that last run could have gone any worse, as you were saying. Kind of
Yeah.
a bit of a
Horrible.
depressing end to like a really good map overall. And
But we have 2 more, don't we?
hopefully, but
According to the
that's,
script, we have 2 more.
that's a big dent in Isolation's hopes, though, considering they're the COF team and they
Right.
picked this map. So
Right.
Yeah, definitely a big upset. And now they have to... I think it's Snakewater and Gully Wash. So Snakewater is one of LE Sports' better maps. So it's definitely... Yeah, they're going to be really careful here.
Well, according to the script, they're going to upset them on this map.
According to the
So,
script, that is very
fifth
true.
map we're looking at after this.
Anything you noticed, Locke, about that game in particular?
I mean, the round we won. Oh, sorry, both the same name.
Is your name
To go
Locke,
first.
Elmo?
I'm Lachlan. You know,
Locke.
same name.
Analyst Locke.
My bad.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the big difference was obviously that Ubers. I think Cookie was just putting on a clinic for Sheep on how to take scout Ubers.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah, there were some really good trades in there, actually. Getting a lot of flashes. I sort of expected Sheep to, he's known as the hyper aggro trade scout, and a lot of them just didn't go his way this time.
Yeah, he tried it, but like you can just run away into main and it does nothing. Like a few Ubers he did, he just like it didn't even do any damage. Like there was just no one to shoot.
Yeah, they kited
it
it
was-
really well.
Yeah, it was
At least-
telegraphed that he was gonna do it.
At least like the first couple of rounds that were like super close, it feel like the bombs onto Lao like weren't working very well. Like I said, I think before I went away, like one of them would jump Lao and then the other one would jump behind, and then they'd just kill the one on Lao and then clean up that way. And I definitely felt like they cleaned up a lot more in like the 4th round. Like their bombs were like a lot better, and then won that round. And then yeah, the 5th round was just pretty much tragic. But Doge did die double the time of Lao. Like Yeah, 12 deaths to 6 is a massive difference on cost.
Definitely. It's interesting to see that because Doge was doing so well. I mean, I suppose it was
He was doing what he could.
He was. That's the right way to put it. He was doing what he could. Yeah, absolutely. There was some double bombs where I thought he absolutely should have died, and he surfed so perfectly and lived. And it's a shame to see those logs because I don't think they reflect his gameplay at all for that map.
I was so impressed.
I agree. He had 5 deaths to Down, so Down kind of had him in his pocket a bit. But I think another reason for that was I feel like the Esports soldiers just had like free reign on the height. Like I saw it most of the time they were just standing on the roofs, like getting all this spam damage on them, and no one was really doing that much about it.
Yeah, I saw a lot of Connor and Cookie sort of double combo scouting on the ground on point, which will work in some scenarios, but I think it might have been letting the soldiers get away with too much behind.
Yeah, I mean, at least like kill-wise, like the Connor and Cookie kind of dominated. Like they got a lot more kills. 8 more Connor versus Andrew and Cookie versus Shig, which is kind of, apart from Doge dying a lot, that's a big difference. And Lex dying 29 times will be versus the 23-ish, 22 of all the other soldiers. I do think some of his bombs, especially early on, were a bit too just go in and die like early on, which even though they did out damage right and Down, and Down's KD isn't great either, it felt like they were living a lot more like at crucial times, which definitely helps. Like
I think their
just
deaths might have been right when they needed to be, fully committing.
Yeah, like it was definitely first round they lost was just like no, coordination. It didn't feel like from, and then that last round was just like random people dying, not really on them overall.
On to Snakewater though, and like I said before, I feel like this one's even more in favor of the Esports. It's sort of the bread and butter for Cookie,
Well, this was last year was the 5th map pick, and it was incredibly close. Winning in Banny time, I believe.
Winning in Banny time. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the team that was winning as Banny time started, I'm pretty sure, still won in the Esports. But yeah, it was 5th map, a very, very long map. We had some funny banner shenanigans and all that. And holding last for.
Oh, I can't wait to watch us holding last. That's going to be so fun.
So
I'm interested.
Lots of last.
You and I can have a big talk about the rules.
As long as it's not pause. As long as it's not pause. So.
Were we seeing a lot of pauses before?
A billion. Literally, that's why we're on the 4th map, 3 hours and 20 minutes in, because half of the first maps were pausing, which was not.
It was longer in pause time than actual game time.
Definitely on Via.
Grim.
I'm glad I've only watched gameplay then.
You came at the perfect time.
You actually have come at a very good time to watch this. It's down to the wire now. So hopefully, I know Lex, as he puts it, has turned to the dark side, and he's got the pain train. So I think we might be seeing
respect.
A bit. Yeah, we might be seeing a bit more backup play than we typically do for isolation, especially in the last grand final. There wasn't a lot of pressure on the backups, and both soldiers didn't run the pain train. And I think now, Lex is going to be running it. So I'm going to be really curious. And also, especially, like I said before, Paulson obviously isn't playing, and he's one for backups all the time, every time. So it'll be interesting to see how they sort of change their gameplay with Down, who I suppose can go for backups and is very competent, but maybe it'll be a little bit different. So,
well, I don't think it's really just the backups. It's more like the last pushes. Like Alt, I think he'd probably agree, wasn't his greatest grand final ever. But like half the reason they won Snake and Gully was just his pain train. Like he jumps point, he pain trains, and they win because he caps the point in half a second after bombing it, sort of thing. And like it's just so hard to, deal with, and it's so powerful. Like even if you only swap it when you're pushing into last with like add, like, and ignore the backcapping aspect, it's just so hard to deal with like a scout and soldier just like bum rushing point at the same time, sort of thing, or just a soldier jumping point before a scout could make it there.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see. I mean, also to note, Isolation are no stranger to the comeback. So, despite being 2 rounds back, they there is still great potential for them.
They've got them right where they want them. I think.
This is the dream right here. I think if
I don't
they-
know.
if they
My
end up
dream
winning
would
this
be
map-
3-0ing the other team and then being happy I won and going to bed.
No,
you know?
no, no. You're gonna have the
there's-
glory of the reverse sweep, Elmo.
There has to be a script. You have to follow
Well,
the
they
perfect
haven't quite had
cinematic
the
script.
reverse sweep it. Thankfully.
You don't like the
Speaking
storyline,
of-
do you, Elmo? You just like winning.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't need the storyline if I'm the team winning. I just want to win, you know.
Yeah.
It's what happened last season. Last season was like the esports won the first 2 maps, and then
Yeah, I definitely think
isolation
that
won
was
the second 2
that
maps,
was the
and then it went
closest.
to the 5th.
I think that's pretty much definitely the closest we've come to like an actual reverse sweep because that was within 1 round of them
Wow.
Yeah.
winning.
Well, let's get that
before
again.
Not. Well, they
Yeah.
can't reverse sweep though because they won the first.
We can
map,
pretend.
so-
We can pretend.
But it's
Yeah,
still,
it was
they're
like
still down.
basically
They're still down.
golden cap
Yeah,
on
it's
5th
still
map.
a sweep, but it's not a
Back and forth is
reverse
pretty
sweep.
good too. That's all right.
Yeah.
Now,
Especially like I said, if they win this map is totally expected to go on the side of Lay Esports. So if Isolation can win this, you never know. Like it shakes their boots a little bit. And as we discussed right at the start of the stream, Gullywash is, I feel at least, is a bit of a coin toss. So it'll be down to the wire if they can win this one in another close grand final for sure.
I mean, it's interesting because like looking at scrims, once again, like different kind of rosters. But on the back of Sheep, Isolation looks like they won the last Snake Water, but then the one a week before that, Lay Esports won 4-3. But that was with Paulson and actually downplaying that game as well, which is interesting. And it was not a soldier fun game. It looks like every soldier kind of getting dumped to the ground with bad KDs. And then last time Sheep did 27 for 7, so he'll definitely need a very big game here.
Yeah, I expect big things from Sheep and the combo as well. I think Isolation, their strongest asset is their combo. So
well, it's a
we'll have
pug
to
map,
see.
so Sheep should do amazing, right?
True. The last Snakewater game he played on in a pug, I think he dropped 460 DPM.
Okay, just do that then. Just do that.
So he's
that
going to do it
easy.
this game, right?
Yeah.
It's that easy. It's not like he's versing.
Wills is on the other team, right? And
I'm on the other team, right? He's farming all his damage off me this game. Definitely.
Yeah, it would be good to see Andrew popping off 5C as well. His last grand final, he definitely had a rough one to say the least on 5CP. And while he's been pretty solid on, so far, Granary's not really the 5CP you can shine on that often
definitely.
as Flank Scout, but this is definitely, one where, you can show your stuff. As you said, do backcap plays, do all that sort of thing, do massive flank plays, and go from there. So hopefully we'll see a bit more of that from him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think.
I feel like I don't see that from him though. Like he just sort of plays like second combo scout. A lot
Yeah,
of the time.
I mean, it is one of the things that I hate about a lot of modern flank scouts. Like they don't really want to do stuff a lot of the time because it's like, oh well, it's a grand final. I don't want to feed and die and all that. But like as Silver showed, last grand final, it can do like so much work if you're like popping off as a that first map. I think was it Gully last time. Silver like top damage and top frag like something insane.
wow.
Just on that flank scout making plays and everything. So it definitely feels like at times like you're better off doing those sort of plays than like, oh, let's do the 10th generic shit scout trade, that they've been doing so far on Granary. And Granary probably not the best map for that, but Snake is a 10 times better map for the back cap and go behind and flank scout stuff, and even the soldier behind sort of plays are good as well.
Definitely. What are we kind of predicting? I know I've already given my entire predictions.
5-4 Isolation. There you go.
5-4 Isolation. Bring on the dream.
In Benny overtime. Wow.
In Benny overtime with 1v1 on the points. Yes, Sheep versus Cookie.
And Sheep 2v1s both scouts. Oh my god. I can see it now.
Yeah,
I believe it.
I'll be a party pooper and say 5-3 to Lee Esports.
Boo.
I'm going for a slow game. I reckon 2-1 Lay Esports.
That could be cool. Actually, no, it can't be. I don't want to watch last. Sorry.
I feel like that's how it's going to go. If Enrith's on, like I think it'll be just like a 4-0, like
an absolute smash.
True.
Yeah.
This is a bit of an Enrith map too.
This is definitely an Enrith map.
I mean, you're probably more likely to be right considering it was a 3-2 in 45 minutes marathon.
Oh, is that what we're
last
looking
time.
forward to?
Yeah.
Okay, very
Ooh.
nice.
We're reading
It
up.
Looks like
looks
we're
like-
starting.
We are starting, and it sounds like we're going to be doing the trio cast of Elmo,
Yeah, why
Turris,
not?
Yep.
and let's just do it.
Give
Bugger
everyone
it.
more of a break each
Right
time.
onto it. Yeah, but we'll go straight onto mid here. We'll have to see how both Demomens play it. Enrith getting to mid slightly quicker, but it won't matter too much. Both demos not really getting too many stickies on each other, or none at all, as a matter of fact. And obviously they're going to play it a bit slow until the team gets here, and they are. Spam across the point. Matt does get hit by a rocket, but thankfully he's buffed. Nothing really happening still.
Yeah, same
both
mid we've
teams
been
very
seeing.
scared.
So they respect each other so much. They all do not want to feed this grand final.
They might as well
We're
stand
seeing
still at
Fane
this
finally
point.
do some stuff. Does do greater damage to down. He'll have to go back, get a pack. Might see them take some space off that. Looks like Sheep's just going to edge the point a little bit. Fane again doing the same fade. He's going to live again, get narrow. This is a very slow and sure fight.
This is absolutely a slow mid. There's not really a whole lot happening. Down is in the kitchen, I think. by
Maybe
the
a
looks of
cookie
it,
trade
so-
Yeah,
soon?
Dan has gone behind. So, and I don't think they've seen him. Actually, Fane is kind of fighting him, and he's kind of winning, even though Fane has the high ground. So you would think they need to do something to help him, or he's just going to die to Sheep, knocking him behind.
I think he's out of ammo, maybe. He's escape planning.
The Ubers are in play now, but Down will get picked up on the flank, right? Trying to get something here, but won't.
And the soldiers are dead, and they're
will
out.
die.
That's mid.
Yeah, pretty
So that-
weird that Down.
that is a really weird
behind,
mid.
That's
and
a super weird mid.
Don't help him. Like, Sheep and Fane had to spend so much time looking behind, and they just don't take any advantage of it. Cookie's just going for
never
the
mind.
base trade, maybe.
They wanted to trade, and then Lau ditched him. Lau almost died as well on the way.
Yeah, very weird
balls of
communication.
steel.
Another
issues
weird
there.
26
trade
HP.
communication, yeah.
Maybe they
saw
are
that
feeling
once.
the pressure. We'll have to see. Let's see how they try and get the sack on. Cookie is dead.
Yeah, they'll
They're
be
gonna-
straight in with Cookie dead for sure.
They're walking
Lex is just
point.
painting
Lex
on
with
the
the
point.
pain train.
Whoa,
Look at the
half time on
cap
point already.
Oh, they used for no
And they
reason
get the
too.
Uber.
That's a bitch pop I've ever seen one. Lau definitely
Wait,
feeling the pressure.
Fifth map?
Lex has like 5 people on him, and Lau uses on the point despite that. So, I mean,
And-
it's not the easiest map to push into, but they have 0 setup. Like, there's
Yep.
going to be an NG, but it'll be a level 1 nothing gun, I imagine. Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. And
They
heavy.
are doing, they are doing the typical heavy near the truck, the NG on the left, but the full ad, and a bit of cap time as well. So maybe they'll opt to play the point, but Sheep straight in. Oh, they have to use because he's so low, but he will pick
Right
up right,
does
so that's
die.
a really good
Yeah,
kill.
early force from right as well. Good
Oh,
cap time on
that's-
the cap. Down's gonna die for this, I'm sure. The gun does go down. Andrew dies to the stricker
Cookie
traps from
runs out
Enrith.
of ammo. That's so funny on the heavy.
They-
And this
Shot
is
the
fizzled
whole-
out.
Yeah, they went into the grader that is Enrith
Poor
and just
Fane
like all
just-
died to stickies.
They tell
Yeah,
Fane to win it for them, and he does not win it for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the pain train was okay, but like, no one did anything with it. Like, Lex bombed the point and died instantly.
And as did
then,
Andrew.
And then everyone else was just like, oh, that's awkward, let's shoot the heavy who's in spawn. And then
Yep.
they just all stood around and say, well, fuck. What do we do? And then they
Yeah.
kind of just fed with the Fane, and that was never going
Dirty
to
ad for
do anything.
Sports. They want to take this in the mid. It's almost going to even out if they take a long time. Fane
Nice
straight
bomb,
in,
though.
almost gets the force. Actually, does get the force from Lau, and a trade by Andrew gets Connor. And they're backcapping after this as well.
Yep, 2 players behind actually. One will get picked up and Lex gets the kill, but will he be able to get anything
He
else?
really is on the dark side.
Oh, he is running around trying to live, but he doesn't. But thankfully they have the full ad. I think they might
great
just try
delay.
and wait for their spawns. Yeah, but really good play by the flank there. Just and a force as well in sword. All went wrong when they were trying to push.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely what they need to do, because kind of Granary showed you can't just trade into Cookie over and over and over and again and expect win without doing something different. And despite them kind of getting crushed behind, they waste so much time, and Lau gets forced by Fane that they couldn't really take mid for free, even with the the Uber. And
Yeah.
Down is
So
just
let's take
he
here.
kind of
Oh,
gets
nice fight.
absolutely destroyed. So
Yeah.
he'll probably spawn. They spawn pretty
Wait,
bad.
they're trying to take the Uber. They
Yeah, I
think
think
it's
they're
still
taking
ad, I
it.
think.
It's going to even out,
I
but they
thought
might
it
find a
was.
kill with it. Maybe a kill already as well. They get something off of it. Matt's going to get the gun. He's going to barely... Yeah, no, not going to get flashed. And
And
Doge's going
Doge
to get
died
stuck
to the
in.
door as well.
Yeah, this is
yeah.
actually a nightmare. Never mind.
Fane kind of feeding too. Oh, tries to Tempest. Unfortunately not successful with that pogo out, and total disaster there. I mean, I thought they had enough time if they were quick, but apparently not. Lau
Yeah, what
looked
a
a bit
shame.
confused with his Uber, because Cookie, once again, was in a pretty weird spot, like above point, but thankfully he was able to multi him and Cookie and win the fight pretty easily. Sheep is up on Sniper here as well.
Oh,
And
shit,
they're
Cam.
they're deciding not to They were one spawn down there. I think they denied, so they could have maybe gotten to mid with some sort of aggression fight. But no, they're going to decide to play the ad, and it's not a whole lot of ad either. So they have to be really careful taking this. Maybe walk early or go straight for Doge. But they don't know Sheep is on sniper yet. So
and I'm sure they're carrying the backup after what happened last time.
I mean,
they go kitchen. Drop
Cookie.
Cookie.
Doge was building pretty badly, so I mean, if he doesn't drop its Cookie, it's probably not that bad, because Doge was 20-30% off still when they Ubered in, but obviously Cookie just pipe headshot or whatever happened. I believe it was that. Just means obviously full retreat, but
Just
I mean, they've been
lob
pretty
pipe.
good at holding. Yeah, they've been pretty good at holding last, so
Yeah.
Gets
Uber
out
right
on
here
the
with
spot.
Lex down. They might have to wait for him if they don't want to take this with a player down. They're already walking dungeon.
And it looks like they're
grass.
respecting it a lot here. They're
huge
all
respect.
the way back. And I think Sheep wants to keep going. Yeah, Andrew's going to cap, so they're going to go under here. The combo is ready. No, under
Gun's
the
only
right.
just coming up now. Not going to be built in time. Matt's already in. Insta killing the gun.
Only
Good, that's they
70%
can
to
get.
Uber. Mac collapsing on the left. Will
They
get
get
a decent
loud.
amount of
Stick
damage.
pipes loud instantly in the doorway. The heavy gets the opposite medic, so no medics apiece here. Cookie does die eventually, but this is looking actually better for isolation now, especially with the spawn right next to it.
And they get the one kill as well. Bomb from Fane. A great
Never
rocket
mind.
onto.
Connor could kill everything. Oh, Sheep cleans up
was
Connor.
Everett.
Never mind.
Oh my
there's a
God.
person. And it's just Lex. Can he mid him? Hang on. Till they're in.
Where is Lex?
Oh,
was
Lex
a
just has
spawner
given
though
up.
at this
Never
medic.
mind. He's going back.
No, Lex, he was a spawner though, but yeah, massive from. I thought they were winning that.
Yeah,
but
I thought they were
Andrew-
winning that as well. Huge from
Andrew
Enrith.
kind of got stuck in a awkward spot below, and despite doing good damage on down, like if he lives, like they probably just win that. So
Yeah.
and then Enrith though still, beast DM to
He's still got
Watch
it.
Fane
kill.
with that pipe. Yeah, they would have absolutely lost it. Oh,
Oh, the dead
That's
door.
was
funny.
that a blind dead? That might have been a
I
blind
think it
dead.
might have been, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Enrith
no.
is literally at spawn. I mean, it's still hard to push out here. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know,
Ooh, down
yeah.
spy?
It'll be too difficult, I think.
He's out of
They
spawn
do
on
have-
spy.
Is there a spy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
down.
down is in
Down,
under.
going for another creative
I
spy.
love
I mean,
this.
can't be any worse than last.
It can't be
map.
any worse. He's right on time this time.
And this is a better time to try it because like they're not probably going to do anything. And they do have a gun up at least. So it's like even if
Yeah.
he dies, they'll probably stop the thing. But
He's
it's such
super
you
aware
have
of their
to go
utils
such
too.
a far way like onto bats here.
Again, he's quite slow. They are in
Yeah,
lobby.
the combo's sort of pushing into lobby. He's so far back, but they
Here
don't
he
comes,
expect
here
it.
he comes,
He's
here he
walking in.
comes.
He's waiting. He's so
He's got the right
patient.
weapon out.
Surely he just stabs it.
No,
He's
what
so
is
patient,
that?
he's not
They get
going
Matt.
for demo,
he's got
totally
the-
ignored
I mean,
Andrew.
does that do anything though? Because you
No,
still just have
it
to
doesn't do
stab.
anything.
Like
I mean-
you're not getting out here without Ubering still, so it's a funny XD, but like
It is a funny XD.
it just stops like 30 seconds of
It's one for
nothing.
the logs.
You know.
Yeah, to be
They want
fair,
to make sure
I
they extend the server.
like the idea, like I guess the trigger discipline of just waiting to hope for the medics come over.
And it is pretty funny that Andrew just like runs past him and like falls under and like doesn't notice, even though he's disguised as like envy or something. I thought.
Yeah, but like
But
you
yeah,
said,
in the end, there's not much that you can
doesn't
really
matter.
do. So they have
think
extended the server, so good on
Block
them.
might have been onto something, so we might be looking at one round this map.
we'll have
Yep.
to see. They're taking lobby for this sack. Both soldiers on the right side, so I assume that's where they're going to try and bomb. Maybe right is so close to the shutter, so hopefully he can get some good damage off on them. Oh, he jumps away.
I think they're
Can't
taking
imagine
right.
unless they kill
Never
Doge
mind,
and the
the gun gets
entire isolation team. There's no way they push out here. They just reset at this point. I feel.
Only a minute left on the Banny config round time.
I do appreciate the Benny config in this way because you don't
Yep.
have 10-minute AFK at last
I-
rounds
I
that are
love this part
impossible
of
to
it.
push out. So, I mean, it does obviously some turtling because it's like, well, for a better mid team, and this point sucks to push out, i.e. Sunshine and Snake, then
Yep.
you just, and Gully to an extent, you just
We're probably
AFK
looking
here.
at a sheep trade coming up any moment now.
Yeah, the
I
demo
run
has
more
to be in
trade.
this
Gun,
trade
though.
though. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Definitely the-
So
It'll be
that
a
is
bit of
so
a family
far in.
Uber. Here they
It
go.
is
They
a
get
family
super
Uber.
bounced by Enrith at the doorway. Use super early. They're going to
You
get the
give it up,
gun.
You just leave.
No
Surely you
force.
Just run. You just run.
Lex in by
Just in on
himself.
the
Gets some
point.
great cap time.
Secrets.
He gets killed that with.
Oh my god, Fang gets crushed by Enrith, but he will live.
Not looking good.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
are
mean they're
trying
still
to get the
staying in
force
actually.
here. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
Mao
no...
60 health.
They might as well. Fan's going to get almost caught. Oh,
Oh,
the spam by Enrith. The spams pipe. And they're out.
spam
They are
mini.
out.
The thing is like, in some ways, you have to decide whether it's worth
Yeah.
pushing out here or not. And yeah, they
I
decide
know the
it's not worth
Europeans
it.
just don't push out.
I mean, I don't think on these sort of maps where like second to mid's not that good to Uber into. Like on maps like Process, I probably would, but on this sort of map, nah.
Yeah, back to mid we go.
Especially like
Yeah.
by the time they were at second Doge would have been 70%, so maybe they get mid, maybe not.
Yeah, there's definitely a... it's kind of the only play you really have anyway, to just like do a family Uber straight into the sentry, but getting spammed and knocked, just you just have to give it up. Like, you don't want to just wipe and then they push out with the last 20 seconds, you might as well just get back to the mid.
And
So.
these mids have felt like we're on last anyway.
Yeah, I mean, every point almost, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, true.
Both teams are just so afraid to do anything.
Not keen to do much.
Look, I'm sure it's mutual respect, but we're going to see them do it again this mid, I
Let's
think.
see. Yeah, let's see if there is any type of aggression. Maybe it'll catch them off guard. But look at all the space on height. Like, it's just... Both teams are kind of just sitting on the ground.
Esports
like,
is super leaning lower this time, playing on the right side of the mid.
Yeah, maybe baiting maybe some kind of bomb
Yeah,
here, but
baiting
Fane just
tight.
spamming again.
Keep kind of getting
Right in
on
now,
Doge. Yeah.
on
And a
sword,
good
they
serve from
should
Doge.
kill Doge. He's living
he
again.
lives.
What a man!
Nah,
He does that a cookie at the end.
But will they be able to
Andrew
get Loud?
almost
Fane
one
is
pistols him.
behind.
They're cleaning up here, just Enrith and Lau. Never mind, Enrith bounces the scout. I think the soldiers... Oh, never mind, they get Uber. They get Uber.
Yeah, really. So long they got Uber, but I think Fane might
Hit
have
it.
picked up a good surf actually. So if he gets out here, it's not bad. But he's going straight
Oh,
on Loud.
Enrith, my goat.
But Sheep is running, but he doesn't know the soldiers there and will die. So it doesn't really matter too much. Like the Ubers are fairly even.
Fairly
Well,
even,
they'll
yeah.
probably
Yeah,
lose
so-
mid though because they died. Like they'll be able to get to mid in time, I think.
It's a mid
But
refight.
that was at least that, like you said, that aggression timing was really good in the end because they, as soon as Sheep got bullied on right and they knew they weren't near Doge, like the soldiers were like, yeah, we're not going to get anti-air right away, and so they blocked it really well. I mean, they timed it really well. They just got cleaned up in the end. Like they lost their duels a bit. Like I know Sheep killed Connor, I believe it was, and then they were able to
This
clean
is
up from that.
Barely 20% ad, probably not really usable here.
Oh, the ball straight onto
Oh,
down.
never mind, straight
Bugs
in,
his
yeah.
bomb, and
That
he's-
ball is annoying.
And maybe, I mean, the Uber's going to even out, and I don't
It
think they
will
know they
even
have
out.
ad, but it's unlikely that any kind of pressure will come from a single sack. So maybe
And
down
Andrew
back
has
on
been
the
real
spy.
annoying with that.
Surely
I've been
they like
noticing those.
double sack or
It's-
snipe or something.
I'm
you can say
praying that it's
sniping.
spy again.
What does
No.
he do? Soldier.
No.
Boring.
No.
We'll see 3 minutes of sacks and then we're back to mid again.
Yeah. Alright, well.
Yeah,
so
I
we're
mean, it's
just gonna-
interesting to see if they will be double sacking. I mean, I hope they do because it's kind of dull if they don't. But I feel like this
Yeah.
mid's good enough to hold that you can full sack and it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, I do
Well, they're
like
gonna-
second pushes anyway.
Yeah, they're going to take lower here, which is sort of typically what you do on Snake, where there's a lot of aggression, but
Down
it's soldier
straight through
to cheese, and
cheese.
he will die.
It's
It's a
bad.
single sack again, but Fane's going to try and kill Riot. He does get a good rocket off on him, so he's weak, but he won't pick him up, unfortunately, and they are kind of aggressive
Pretty great
here for the single
space.
sack.
Matt's doing good damage too, Matt. I mean,
And Riot's 1 HP. Can Matt get a sticky on him? No, he'll get arrowed anyway, so they're going to have to be forced to leave again, so... The horrors of a single sack.
I mean, I don't think it was planned. I think it's like if Down can get into cheese successfully, then your other soldier will bomb with him and help. But if like he doesn't get into cheese, it's going to be shit anyway. So why would I bomb? If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like if you can take the position for the double sec, it's good. But if you don't, there's like literally no risk.
Here they go. Again onto cheese. Actually hits the rocket on the pipe soldier this time. He will be looked at from behind, taking a duel with this other soldier. Almost
but
wins it.
Lex
Actually, he
died.
does win it. He dodges those
Oh,
next
Fane
rockets.
dies as well.
And they
So-
kill Fane. This has actually gone really well.
Basically, not even a sack. They take the position right, did nothing, and they just take it for free. So
Ah.
really smart gameplay there.
Lex is kicking himself getting getting dueled
it's such
like that in cheese.
Yeah, an unfortunate duel that Lex probably should have won has
Yep.
sort of caused them to be on last year, and they're gonna go straight for the aggression. Cookie straight
Right,
in,
straight on sheep.
spamming. Oh, but Doge baits and
They do
spills so
drop
well. They
sheep.
will get one pick, but they lose two. It's even
And
plays
Connor
right now.
gets
Connor
both. They
will
actually
die.
both scouts. This is really good for them to get the force.
Yep. So they're gonna be forced out here, but it's gonna be so hard to push. With your players so weak and so back, and Cookie's actually
Cookie's
kind of
going
looking for
last.
something. He's going
He
straight to the
kills the
point.
soldier. He's going to two-shot
And
the
he
medic.
gets
Actually,
forced.
use off of it. He's going to kill
What
Lex
a
as well.
play.
What a play.
Wait, going to last. Winning the 6v1.
And he lives.
Oh my
Unbelievable.
god.
Wow,
Oh,
he
sorry,
literally
that's Cookie.
runs
What a
through the, I
beast.
can't believe that sticky doesn't kill him either. Like, he
Yeah.
runs through it, misses
And
the
now he's
shot,
gonna
and
take
lives on
the
the
Uber.
floor.
And now
What a
he's
champ.
going to win the game for them with the Uber ad.
He's hungry.
Straight in, going
Straight on
onto
Matt.
the gun.
Matt's
will
dying.
kill Matt. Are
Get
they
some
going to
more
collapse over?
Cookie.
No, he's just capping the point.
Go
No
spawn
one's really
camp.
pressuring him.
Oh,
He gets-
Cookie is the goat, man.
He is the
Cookie
goat.
doesn't lose finals, I swear. This guy is just like, he just switches on. Like, what is
Yeah,
the play?
literally
How
can
do you
just do
expect
nothing
that?
all season or whatever and just
Wow.
do things.
That was
I'd
an
be
any team
absolutely
from
kicking myself.
isolation.
That's the thing
Yeah.
with two scouts down. Chaos works really well.
Yeah, let's see if this mid, after that gruesome win, let's see if they're going to continue to be aggressive. Yeah, both teams spamming, waiting for each players to get there, get buffed, get ready to bomb maybe. Hopefully Isolation decide on something, and they do aggressive.
There they
Matt
go.
bombs in actually, gets a pipe straight onto Lau, and he will die as
huge
well.
by Lex, and
They
he's
lose
cooking.
3. Lex dies, but at what cost? They have to try and salvage. And Doge dies to a rocket though, and it's just going to be a scrappy fight. Enrith is 1 HP. He should get picked up. Will he be able to pipe?
Just Connor. Can Connor win this? Oh, even? Oh, they're all red. That was his clip.
Oh, that match said bugger and sent it.
You saw that was a great bomb. The slight delay from Lex gets him the rocket on where Lau lands, and then kills the medic, launches Cookie, and middies Cookie after that incredible round from Cookie, telling them that they are just as good. Yeah.
They do get mid off it though.
Yeah, I mean, they do have add on Lau, probably not enough to really use it very well.
Keep on sniper.
Are they just fighting? Oh, they're just peeking with the sniper already.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see if Robot can get anything. I think they now know he is on the sniper.
And they're
He's
holding
sort of
this
taking
real
that
close,
from
right?
under.
It's going to get picked for it though. Not much support from the rest of his team.
They can
Lex
definitely
picked
cook
in
now.
cheese.
Oh, and Bane just dies waddling around.
Yeah,
and the
and
sniper
Sheep will
will
be
die
dying.
too, probably.
Oh, he gets saved by an arrow. Cookie dies for it actually. Wow.
Oh, and down
And they get the
B,
kill. They're
so
3 dead. They should be able to push this. Their spawns are actually in like 2 to 3 seconds, so it's really not that bad. They're going to go into Saw. There's no off classes.
You
on the
can't
side.
trade here against the sniper either, yeah, and they're down too many. So back to last, but they have held last pretty well.
So good by Esports, and then followed by them just dropping those players on the chase. They're back to square one.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but thankfully they have the second point. They have to defend last now. They get the NG from Connor as well. So let's see if they can. I mean, they obviously struggled last time, but now they have the sniper. So
Hero peek
she's
from
going for a
Sheep-
hero
oh.
peek. Yeah, I don't. You kind of have to do something different to what you did last time, obviously, because they just ran down the clock. So we'll have to see. The gun is only level 2 right now, so they
hero
are
peek
initial
again.
aggression. Oh,
I mean, he's got 3 minutes worth of hero peaks in him, so we can see what what he eventually gets.
Let's see.
It's just a
He's
matter of
peeking
time, really.
I'm getting on the ship cam. Let's see.
He just keeps on wide peeking everything.
He hasn't died yet, to be fair.
Yeah.
Trying to get Enrith on the left here. Will he peek? Enrith is so good at just making sure that he doesn't die to this sniper. The stickies are there. So
Yeah,
he
he's done
can't
a great job.
Wide swing, yeah.
Just replacing those stickies, not peeking.
Ooh.
It's
Just
so
missed
hard
the
for
shot.
Sheep to find something.
Yeah, especially with the gun as well. Like,
Yep.
creating the space is just so difficult.
I mean, like it is 3 minutes. You just have to like keep baiting those soldiers into bombing you and trying to like trap
they
or
get
body shot
Bane.
them. But Bane is actually the one that dies.
And Sheep will die as well.
Being
I
ran
think.
out
Yeah,
in
she's
lobby.
kind of been
He's getting
left
saved. Oh,
behind himself.
Oh.
No,
never mind.
I mean whether they do anything. I mean,
It does not
maybe
look like it.
maybe you send funny bomb. Just might as well. But it's such a hard last to push out on. I don't know what you do to like fix that though.
I want down to play Spike.
At least they fixed the spawn, so it's less awful. But I wouldn't even be against just like the attacking team spawns being up like another 3 or 4 seconds.
Surely,
Just if you die, you just can't hold it forever. Still,
I think maybe if you go in with a family Uber onto the sentry, don't get anything, and make sure everyone lives, then the other team has to either just wait with their full Uber or try and push out.
And
I don't
utilize
think
the
it's-
Abender heavy at the end of that Uber, I think.
Yeah.
true.
So we'll have to see. They're not going to trade because they still have about 2 minutes left anyway. So they're just waiting, still spamming, trying to get the gun, but they just have no leverage whatsoever to work off. Like
Lex almost found spamming that gun. Just lucky to live.
I mean, the thing is, if anything, like doing an Uber now and then trying to bait the other team to push out. The problem is if you wait till too late, they're obviously just not going to push out because why would you? While like if you do it 2 minutes, it's like, well, we trade or we don't even get the force.
Yeah.
But we kind
They're
of
some
like
space
get
left,
it
and they're
there.
going to train off of
It's
it.
just shit though.
But it is crap. The gun's not even going down yet. And no force, no kills,
It's
just
fine.
the gun.
The thing is, like I said, if the idea, I think it's fine because even if you don't have Uber, they either have to push out onto a really hard point to push out, or
Yep,
they wait.
they're
until
going
they are
with
just fighting.
They
Most
get both
soldiers
sort of
find
the
it
kills
at
with
speed.
swords.
Once again, it's probably not that bad. Like they'll probably push out now, maybe not with a minute left, but it's
And
kind
that's
of
all
like,
according to plan. They push out into a losing
yeah,
fight on
it's
Sega.
like, do we bait them into doing this? And eventually they do, because there's a Doja's gonna get Uber though, probably for mid at some point.
Yeah. And in many
Yeah.
ways, that's better than pushing.
Yeah, honestly, it's not that bad. If they can get some kind of good transition here, maybe they can go to last straight away. But the last thing you want to do is like kind of force them out with a pick or two and then them stuck on last again. Like it's really not that terrible of a situation right now.
Yeah, I mean, they played safe, but now it's just like even at second. So rather than forcing another mid fight, which would been 50-50 for them, you know, you're probably pretty happy with that if you're isolation. And Lex
Big
will just
grass
jump
pressure
in.
now. Lex in. Both soldiers in actually off of this.
Oh,
This is their
mate.
sack attempt.
Oh,
Nice surf from
Lau's
Lau.
done a great job living. They actually
Hey,
kill
this
Andrew
three,
behind during
actually.
this, and they're struggling to even get out. Down is just living as well. Matt's super low on the escape, and they're chasing them as well. They're actually very
Now they're
lucky to
actually-
live. A great play from Matt slows Connor down, and he actually gets the
Oh, he
kill
just
off
got
of
the kill.
it.
Maybe
They
he
might
He
trade
should
maybe?
die. No, he'll die.
No,
No.
no saving for him.
This is
Yeah,
actually...
mate, Doge was already gone skis.
Donskis, yep.
Now we're definitely in an interesting situation here where isolation are kind of on the back foot, and I mean 4 minutes left, and match point for LE Esports. They have to be really careful what they do here. If they lose another round, it's going to be so
Right
hard
in
to
here.
win.
Both soldiers
Lau,
attacking,
Lau
they
surf,
drop
and he gets
Doge.
crushed.
Right.
That's very different to when they bombed Lau.
Lau does force though, but does it even matter? Like, they get the drop and both soldiers have to like commit, so
If
Doge
they go
going
last
Scan
quickly,
'em.
they can win.
Matt as well.
yeah, Doge going for like a cute surf off the hut, but like he ends up
They're not
surfing
going last.
backwards and sideways
Yeah,
instead.
they're a little slow. They're not
I
going
mean,
for
they
it.
just probably assume they're spawning like this wave, which they were, so they would have been there, and this is a massive ad anyway, so why risk it?
Well, it's only 30 ads, so
Yeah.
I think that
You're not going to
as long
get
as-
it if you build though, as long as you just go and like...
As long as you have a gun and a heavy, you can delay the Uber, which is, I mean, the only thing they can really have going for them right now. That 30 ad could be detrimental. Like I said, if they get the
I mean,
round here, it's a lot
down-
of pressure.
I don't know if he has been all game, but he is pain training, so... And at least back in the day, I feel like Soire's best thing was like how well they played last, like capping with Cookie and then their soldier like capping as well, like they would just keep them in spawn. So they do have the pain train, so I imagine they're going to aim for the same sort of thing.
They get the
You've been
they get
right.
the gun and they are
Doge
making
is
the proc, but
90%.
2 people die. One hit
Sheep
shot break
gets a
from Sheep.
headshot. Great job. Emmerich will die as well. He's
Oh, they
coming
get the
in.
Uber.
Nice.
They're killing
They
everyone.
get Lau, and it's just right. Please don't tell me he goes back in and that heavy better sit
And
on
does
the
a
point.
does a cookie.
So I mean, they went for it, but kind of the same thing that happened that first one with Lex. The soldier that was pain training doesn't get multied if he literally just head explodes, you know, instantly. And then yeah, the other team does get Uber, so it did come into play in the end, but almost, but not quite.
Yeah, definitely. Now the pressure's sort of off them on that last one. They
They
can
do
push
have
into mid
ad,
here
but
with the ad.
they're not actually very close though.
Are they going for a dry fight here? They're very aggressive without the Uber. Enron's
I mean-
got some great traps on Catwalk and in Source, so they're kind of just absolutely locked out here. And yeah, they will decide to just wait for the Uber, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with the banning Uber, you're not like banning config, you're not really forced into taking dumb fights because you know you have the time.
Yep.
I mean, it also
Yeah,
stops
definitely.
the other team from just, well, we're 1-0 up, let's just set it second with a sentry, a bender heavy forever.
Using through
Yeah.
bats with this ad.
Oh,
I
they're getting
think
stuck
everyone's
into
getting
the
out.
tower.
Matt's barely even living.
Yeah, Right's not even dead behind yet. He's fighting like Lex and Fane, but he's literally just...
Disaster of an Uber.
Yeah, Right's just running away. Like, he's not even dying, and they're not even going to cap mid because of the Right pressure.
And Lau's got Uber now.
And Fane just feeds, so even if Right dies here, it's not even a big deal, and he won't. Amazing play from Right and like
Huge.
the positioning of Cookie. Like that's what I associate with like Cookie Lau, like those sort of plays. You know, they just never
Yeah.
get caught, and then they just walk it back in with their advantage. You know, like that was perfectly played. And then Right wasting so much time too really helped.
I think thankfully if they do get this cap, oh, they are straight in actually.
Andrew is
Cookie
not
going
just
for the
getting a
point.
gun now. He's not getting that
Oh,
up.
and he
He's
died
dead
as
this spawn.
well.
Used. Cookie does
They
die.
eventually just use. They have good cap time as well. The pain train from down, but they're 2 down. If they can get any kind of kills, it's a big scrap
Looking
fight.
great for the
There's
sports.
only-
Capping by Lau.
It's just Sheep and they get the cap.
And
Thankfully,
this
there's
is
a
rough.
minute left.
A minute
so-
left, but basically it's 1 round to win the grand final, or 3 from the isolation.
This is where you see your sort of fairy tale stuff, and that's what I'm expecting.
All according to the
They
script.
need the 3 map wins or 2 map wins in a row and 3 rounds in a row to have any chance here.
Definitely. The
Looking
pressure
dire
is
though, unless you
on
can
for
crush
them
this
right
middle.
now. Yeah, onto the middle. Again, both teams quite passive. Oh no, actually,
Super aggressive.
Yeah,
Both
straight
soldiers
in.
onto the
Really
medic straight away.
right. Oh,
Doge
God.
will be
Right
dying.
just doesn't
And
die.
Lau's super in. They do actually live on Lau on their
Oh, the
space.
Lex
Lex spins him up
Lex.
last second.
That's
Great
so
rockets
clutch.
from Lex. Can Andrew
I've seen
kill
him
both
win
these
these.
players? I think
He's
I
win-
have seen him win these.
He does get the
It
pack.
would be a
He's
good time
looking
to step up. I don't.
Lower.
He's still committing here, which is kind of hopeful since they both know
Yeah,
exactly where he
not
is.
getting much.
Cookie
Oh, Cookie's so low. Good try.
gets low, but I mean the problem is you die pretty late there, and Doge. I mean, okay, Doge wasn't healing, but Lau wasn't really. Actually, are we on crits? We are on crits.
We are on crits.
So kind of surprised. Crits is not very meta. If you know nowadays, like a lot of risk involved, and a lot of demos don't like the pressure. But this is definitely a good time. You know, you're winning 2-0 up. Probably going to be a
old
massive
school, don't worry about
surprise.
it.
Yeah,
And the
Henry
bunny-
has obviously got lots of good crits in the past.
Bunny config in play here as well, and I
Yep.
guess they can
Win
kind of
number
afford to
3.
be. They can afford to be a bit risky anyway. I think because
Well,
they're 2 rounds
I
up, they've
think
got the momentum.
If you want a surprise factor, this is like
Here
a
they go with
perfect
the
time.
saw. Maybe they're not going to use this. Here they go. Here they go. Big charge.
Doge is not, like
Oh,
10%
gets the scout.
off.
And they're not getting much else. Maybe a soldier. Yeah.
I mean, Lex does die, but they do have the ad to push, but they...
Oh, but pushing
Kinda
a snake with a last
terrified.
is such a pain.
Well,
It is
I
hard.
mean,
when
they
it spawns.
had Uber in lobby
Uber's
there.
nice to have.
They could have blocked if they wanted to. Lau is still on crits, so they're kind of going to let them crits back into it. Oh, Sniper actually?
Down sniper as well.
It's honestly going to take a miracle here to come back from this. They're on their last, like, pushing
Oh,
out. They
it's
are
interesting.
starting to.
Yeah, they are walking in
starting-
versus the Sniper though.
Having a look.
Oh my god, Doja's
They've
so
called
lucky.
it.
He kind of just
These
stood
soldiers,
still.
yeah, these
Oh, they get 2
backuppers have
flame pools,
found.
actually. This is really clutch for them now. As long as Doge doesn't
As long as they don't
it should
drop.
be going their way. Yeah, and they do have the crits, so they have to be really careful. But they're getting onto the point. Enrith is waiting. I think he's gonna.
Cookie's
get ready
kind
to
of been
charge
caught
sticky.
here, actually.
And
He's
he
Sheep's
gets
out.
crits,
super
he gets
far
them.
in. Here's the crits.
But they know they've crits, so he has to be really careful. But a sheep straight in, but if he get picked up, he doesn't. So thankfully, the
Thane
crits
is
doesn't
gonna
get a
They
die.
high.
kill
He
Lau
does get
behind.
2 though,
Huge
massive
by
play.
Thane. Both
He
soldiers
does
actually.
get headshot, but it's full out for Doge. Connor's
Oh
in
my
above.
god.
Connor's
Here
getting
comes
the
the
force
sack.
way too easy for
Yeah,
unfortunately, they
he
just
forced.
don't see him, and Riot's going to waste so much time. So
They
by the time
needed-
Lau is up,
yeah.
there won't be too much ad. But really, still generally well played from isolation there.
Yeah,
it's
it could
a
have been more, but they've won out.
It's a shame
thing-
that Doge didn't hit Uber, and they're going to try and fight this as well. They're actually
Last
2
fight.
players down. It's combo v combo right now.
Huge
Let's see
damage
who
from
can
Matt.
win.
This is huge.
Matt doing great damage. Oh, but
But
she
Sheep
but
died
Sheep
to
gets
the bomb.
owned.
Yeah.
their spawns
Enrith's
are
just
better,
so good.
unfortunately. And they're going to be forced to leave, I think, here. Everyone's so weak.
Back to second.
Connor's in behind as
Oh,
well. I don't think they know. Connor is all the way behind. He's going to go into lobby.
No, they have no idea.
Back to even
Yeah.
for both teams, by the way.
I'm not sure where he's finally. Yeah, he's kind of outflanked himself a bit, like going way. He went way too far, and they just run the way back to last. So cute attempt, but I mean they take second for free. So once again, great hold.
Yeah, I mean, Lau back on Lau back
do
on
a
Uber, and it will
Tiny
even
disad.
out.
Hold, that's
a ballsy sack
see
from
that's
down.
that's why you hold traps wheels on snake last. Pro tip for your
I
demo
will-
pugging adventures.
Thank you,
will-
Elmo. I'll use
You're
that.
welcome. Well, we lost the
That
pug because Wills can't like hold that door, you know, with traps. He just spams pads and tats, so that's why you
Big.
do.
Anyway, they're into
Down
some
sniper.
kind of counter stack.
Yeah.
They're almost killing Matt in lobby there.
Oh, the pressure's going to be unreal here. They do have the gun though, so hopefully they can hold last as well as Esports can. So we'll have to see. But yeah, if Dan can cook,
Lex
oh,
Spy?
that- maybe spy checking, or is he going for it? He is checking.
Spy
Checking
checking,
off
never
class,
mind.
Yeah, checking those off classes. So they should know down
I
as
got
a sniper.
excited.
I mean, that could have been one of the greatest plays ever.
Yeah, it could have been, but he didn't do it. He's a coward.
I mean, they do kind of need a miracle at this point. I mean, they're probably gonna wait out the round reset too and
Yep.
go from mid, but I mean, once again, with the sniper, you only really need one like miracle shot, and you just open up the space and win. I mean, it's very hard
Yeah.
with the gun and everything, but
Yeah,
and they're
down
not,
is peeking
not
for the
doing
drop
very
down here.
much either.
Almost
Yeah, down
killed by
kind of
Sheep
just
there.
solo peeking and yeah, getting bullied.
I think it's just isolation fighting for a round reset here, to be honest. They're
Yep.
gonna just try and keep that gun up, make sure down
You'd
can't
be
get too
super
many
happy
angles.
with the round reset.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially in the situation you like, they get around, it's just all over.
Yep.
Dreams crushed.
I mean,
so.
with Doja's playing though, I feel like you can just like YOLO in somewhere and have a decent chance of headshotting him.
yeah,
Because he
we'll
is,
have to see.
I mean, you do get shot by the gun, but
Oh,
he
Matt
died.
cleans up the hero pig.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel surely he probably just goes back. I would be happy if he went heavy, and
Would
like
you,
actually,
would you be happy if you went
yeah,
heavy?
I
True,
mean,
and the
it's
post
actually,
Uber?
it's post, yeah, you just trade if you. obviously, if your trade is as bad as like the isolations have been, where you like don't even get the gun or a force or whatever, it's going to be useless.
He's
but
spy. He's gone spy. Oh, he's checking maybe. No, he's gone spy for real.
I mean, it's not actually, if you can get a force and the spy gets the gun, it's not kind of like, and the NG or like someone in the gun, it's not like total dog shit.
Yep.
Like, this
Yeah,
is the
definitely.
time where you don't have to kill them. And if you get like something, like if you trade and that just opens up space, it's not even that bad.
There's
Interesting
no
to
way
see
they
what
don't
he
expect
does.
the
He's in
spy
position,
here,
going for the
right? Oh, he's going
stun
for the
straight away. The sap straight away.
He's so shit! What the
I don't even know if he was
Stay on
disguised
spy,
there. I'm not
bro.
sure what that was.
He
I
was,
don't
but like
think
he
so.
doesn't even, he could have just like, has he not played pubs? Like in the, I know he's old, but like,
You might not have played
does he not
pubs.
know the stab sap like tech from 2007 TF2 pubs?
You'd know that from Mindset Gaming, Oliver, but not him.
I knew that from 2007 TF2 pubs, man. I am that
There's-
old.
They are going to have to get some kind of clutch trade here. Let's see if they can do it better than the isolation have been doing.
It should be Grim with no
Here we go.
It can't
Matt's
be
straight
much
close.
worse.
Leading the charge.
Oh,
They get the
okay.
drop on
They
Cookie
didn't
straight
actually
away.
Uber though. They didn't Uber.
Oh, but they got
True,
the
and the
gun,
gun's
actually.
dying.
They're
Matt's
all
probably getting the
getting in.
force now.
Matt-
They actually
Oh,
dropped
actually,
loud. Never mind.
Doge does
If
get
they can
forced
get
though. I'm
a
not
wipe
sure
here,
how
then
loud
I
drop.
suppose
Was it just a
pushing out is
trap?
not that bad.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
you
this,
did-
sticky on the
this
ground.
definitely baits you into pushing
Yeah.
out.
This is a situation where it's fine though, because you get mid for free. Like, if you
And
get
spotted
mid for
Enric
free
as well.
it's good. It's only bad if you don't get mid for free, you know.
Grind, grind, grind.
Although
They're
they
actually- they're going back. They're going back. They've decided-
that is a really weird choice because they
That
had
is a
enough.
strange choice. I think they
feel like-
realized that they weren't getting mid for free, maybe.
I feel like they would have if they capped second instantly there, and I feel like they had the time.
Yeah, I felt like they were denying as well, but maybe they just didn't want to be. They just wanted to be safe, maybe.
Honestly,
I
this
guess
is the
so,
safer play,
but-
and I think if the
The
situation
thing is,
you're
you
in,
can easily get bummed at mid though, and then you're just Uber ad
Just
down and you
lose.
lose at last. Versus you had massive Uber ad and you had a decent chance of getting mid for free. So
Shout out to Grant Vincent for that round.
we'll see. We'll see how it, we'll see how it goes. Because if they get destroyed here,
Yeah,
they'll
let's see
be
let's see the
wondering,
pace
it's like,
off.
why the fuck didn't we push out? But if they dominate
Yeah.
and win this round in 2 minutes, then they're like, we're geniuses. So
Looks like another bit of a leaning left, going to mid.
yeah, they are all towards on the height, and aggression from down, a good sink, but misses the second
Huge
rocket.
from down.
A great surf from Doge, and another
Doge
surf
is
from
living on
Doge, and he
20.
misses the
Oh, he's
rocket.
amazing. He's
Oh, but
living.
Cookie will finish him off eventually.
Oh.
A good aggression, and they're just steamrolling over them. The combo, but Fane is in. We'll get the rocket onto Cookie, but
I
won't
gotta
pick
tell you,
anyone else
Doge
up.
can't live any more than he is.
Yeah.
Physically.
I'm not sure. They're doing so well against the double bomb soldiers, but they're not. I guess
they're
the
not-
flank
they're
with the
not
combo
doing
or something. They're
anything
not
else.
denying that. Yeah, it's so unfortunate, and they're already on last. It's looking so grim. They won't have
Yeah,
time to
I
set
mean-
up. They need an absolute miracle to hold on to this
this
final.
is basically what I'm talking about. It's like, well, cute idea in theory, but like you're
They're
not
under.
They
winning
do the
mid.
sniper. Will they get the drop? No, they use. Matt might be caught out.
Matt
Matt caught as
Guys,
well.
So unfortunate.
Disaster.
They can
Very
just play
grim.
the point.
Cookie gets saved. Another soldier dead. Heavy's
Oh,
gonna
and
get
it's
left
all
out to
over.
dry, and this
That's
has to
it.
be it.
Oh,
Lex is
he
down.
kills-
Sheep
if
has
Sheep
to
goes
shoot
to the
versus
wall,
world.
he gets one
He blows
kill.
up Doge's dead. It's over.
It is over.
That is done. I mean, I kind of feel that it is late, and that's quite a depressing loss, especially after how much they were feeding themselves. But Cookie is actually just too powerful. He's
That
the
is
goat. What can you
absolutely
do?
heartbreaking. Yeah.
I'm checking the logs. I think Enrith is owning as well. which is
I'm
my
pretty
prediction
sure Enric
correct.
was owning. Yeah, I agree with you.
It didn't
And
feel like that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I mean, down kind of shut on them too. I mean, he did do a lot of damage, and one of them was a funny nothing spy kill, but that's a lot of
Down to
damage for a
damage,
soldier. I mean, he did
Yeah.
snipe, but 700 damage in 2.5 minutes is nothing.
He successfully lost
special.
for himself.
So, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, what a
Kinda.
shame. That
I feel like
looks
it's
so good
kind of
for
like
them as well.
with all the DCs and stuff, we probably would have got a better game with
Enric,
a reschedule, but
23 to
obviously
3.
Connor. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously Enrith just like
Just
the thing is he doesn't do
Perfect.
that much more damage than Matt. He just obviously never died, and he just got so many cleanup kills. So incredible game from him. But I mean, Cookie stat wise, obviously not even like that good. But I mean, he basically just like won one of those rounds solo, and obviously he just guides the game pretty much.
They
so.
really got a lot of momentum from Cookie doing whatever that flank play was. It was very impressive.
Yeah, and I mean,
Um,
it didn't really feel like there was that much difference. otherwise, if you know what I mean. Like, once again, both the flank scouts were kind of just like, apart from that one flank play, which was nice to see because it really worked out for them. It was kind of like a bit of a, well, let's just play second combo nothing scout, which I'm not a huge fan of. Obviously, if your team's winning anyway, it's fine, but you know, when you need to do something, it's like, we're losing if I don't do something, and then you don't
Honestly,
do anything.
I'm ready to remove that map from the pool after that.
I mean, we didn't really go that much over time, and it still felt like it's a 3-0. That's still fairly dominant.
Is it last just a pain, though? What is that point?
I feel like it's your typical Snakewater Sunshine. Last pushes are just the most horrendous thing in the world. Like, the gun is just in a spot where it's so hard to spam if your team... Like, the problem is you have to play absolutely perfectly to, like, get any sort of push if it's even Ubers.
I mean,
and then on top of it, like... But on top of it, it's like... The other team just has to play like semi-mediocre and hold the doors, and then there's just nothing you can do. Like,
did they even get the gun,
so difficult.
Though?
Yeah,
like, I feel like when Isolation went in, they didn't even get the gun. Like, Loud dropped and Cookie died, and they still got the gun. But yeah, they will be ruining that not pushing out, as I said. That
initial push that they tried to do, as long as Cookie didn't get dropped by those traps or didn't die to those traps, they actually kind of got him for free and spammed the gun for free. And if Cookie was alive there, that would have been a good trade. But yeah, obviously, that was the closest we got to seeing an actual like even Uber push into last. So, but yeah, it's such a heartbreaking loss for Isolation. They've been scrimming so much and trying so hard.
Well,
so I do feel for them.
Definitely feel the worst because I would say like they're probably like going to 2-5 mappers and losing, and then this one not even going. Like the distance has got to be rough when they probably felt like this was the most pole position.
Yeah, I think the expectation was to win Clearcut, and then if they lost this map, at least it would be down to the gully like sort of coin flip, see who wins deal. But unfortunately, they lost on Clearcut and couldn't bring it back on Snakewater.
Braylon has already pinged sheep in ePugs to add up. Poor taste, Braylon.
Overall, on the Goth maps and even Clearcut, it was mainly just the experience that won it for Esports, because their Ubers were so much better in general, like with the solos and getting multis.
Cookie's trades were perfect.
And compared to Sheep's, like it was very telegraphed, and like they just accounted for it after by Viaduct, they'd like worked it out by then, and then it just didn't work anymore.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Do we have interviews, or are we?
Looks like we have Cookie and Wright in here. Whether they're allowed to speak, I'm not sure.
Hopefully not.
They're currently mute. Well, one of them's unmuted. Hello, Wright.
What's up?
How you feeling, Cookie? How you feeling, Cookie? Another day at the office, as always.
another fat win.
Pretty simple one, despite the pause.
Not really a simple one. It was a long fucking night.
Not even
lots of frustration.
Yo. Language, Cookie. Come on, man.
Sorry.
Yeah,
how was it?
You do sound.
Thoughts on the pauses being longer than the match.
Yeah. Well, how was it for you guys? It was AIDS for us. I can't imagine. Like, what are you guys talking about?
I started playing Scribblio.
Yeah, we played Scribblio for part of it. We did some cosmetic analysis, as you do.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Actually, to give a question for you, Cookie, I was very surprised at how, I guess not dominant, but you guys played really well on Clearcut, despite not really scrimming it for a long time. Did you expect to do that well? Like, your trades were super good.
I think we definitely played better than we did. We actually haven't scrimmed Clearcut in a while. You're right. So
have we ever? I feel like we only
maybe
played
like once or twice. So maybe they didn't have the advantage they thought they did. I thought me and Lau played much better versus in product. Like, we lived a lot of their double soldier bombs a lot more.
Yeah.
And then the trades were a lot better. I don't know how much impact Down had versus
that was going to be the next question.
Yeah.
I mean, on Snake, damage wise, he definitely pounded. Not so much on Clearcut, but it did feel like he lived like a lot. So maybe the distraction did it. So
yeah.
How did it feel much
his
different?
presence in the server just scared them too much.
Yeah.
I think there was a bit of a,
what can you do?
Definitely psychological advantage once Down started playing.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I guess shout out to them for letting him work, because of all the external circumstances.
Shout out
Could
to
have thrown
him
for the
like,
first place badge.
yeah, playing the game properly. He could have done an inside job.
Being on the other team now, he just got himself the second place badge. So, did you guys also expect just to almost like basically perma-snipe silver on product? Was that
Yeah.
part of the plan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure. Yeah, was it
Yeah.
because of your success in the previous scrim?
It was that, and because we were getting rolled when we had two soldiers.
Yeah. How do you feel
Yeah,
about
okay.
losing product for like the 7th time in a grand final, Cookie? Give us your
Well,
thoughts.
I wish I didn't vouch for this new system where they get to pick a map before I get to ban a map.
To be fair, you also got to pick a map before any bans.
That is
which
true.
I didn't think that was meant to happen, but
I
we'd
didn't know
already
what happened
gone.
either.
You'd already gone too far at the banning process, which our admin here also doesn't understand, which didn't help.
Yeah, well,
So,
no,
yeah.
products hard. I don't know. I feel like I used to be good at it.
yeah,
Back in the day. I don't know what it is now, but Clearcut I seem to be okay at, so we'll take that.
you did pound on Clearcut, and then the snake plays at the end definitely did. Did you ever feel like after like product that there was anything they were doing that you couldn't handle, or like because on Granary they traded a lot? Were you ever like worried about those trades? Because it felt like most of the time you were like totally in control on 5 CP from that point. Like, was that what you were always thinking? Just win 5 CP and we'll win?
Yeah, that was sort of our plan. We knew like product was right off pretty much. So to even get close, that was probably good for our mental. And then like Gran, we knew like we played it a lot more than they have. Like Enrith and Ryan are really good on it, so we thought we'd be okay. And then the rest of the 5 CPs we thought, like even during the season when we scrimmed, we pretty comfortable in them.
Yeah. Did they do any like play differently than how you expected, or were you kind of expecting just like sheep to trade a lot as well? Because that happened a lot on Gran, less so on Snake, but even on Snake they didn't really do that many flank plays apart from that one early on.
I think they played a lot safer. Probably, in my opinion, to their detriment. Because during scrims, when there's no fear, and they just take every fight, they would do really fucking well because our DM sucks. So like those chaos fights, like the ones if they could initiate those in scrims, it was really good for them. But it just felt like in the official, maybe it was like it's a different environment, so.
Yeah,
maybe
they were trying it on Granary initially, like they were just like running through doors and seeing what happened, but they got crushed, and I think that stopped their confidence.
Granary is like the worst map, unfortunately, to try that. So in that way, it's a very good pick because it like stops you just from DMing. Because like even if your trade's good, you're still just walking through like a crap doorway. Versus every other map, there's at least some sort of space, like snake grass to get in. But yeah, like you said, like they kind of stopped after that point, to probably their detriment.
Yeah, definitely.
Any other questions?
Yeah, what were you thinking? Like, what was your thoughts on the snakeboarder mid you guys were playing? Like, initially it was just sitting there. Both teams were so. I don't know if it was being scared. Like, were you guys scared to do something, or did you have some sort of plan?
We thought if we got that long that we'd win the spam battle. Like Enrith was pretty confident about that, so we just for the first one at least. I thought we would, that was the plan. We would just spam. We'd eventually get a kill, but it sort of flipped the other way where they picked off down, and then we were sort of out of position. We lost. That one. And then I think the other mids, we went a bit more aggro. Good. And then they had that weird triple bomb mid, which was funny.
Red coat mid.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. They still. They almost won that mid as well, which was very funny.
Yeah. I think I got owned that mid. I got like skybox midied.
Yeah,
I almost hit the midi on map, but on my screen it went through him, bro.
I think it was on cam too.
Were there any good middies? I think there were a couple, right? There was a drop.
And Andrew got midied by, I believe, Riot on Clearcut. I mean, it was kind of straight up and down, but it was pretty nice.
Yeah.
And he did midi Doge, and like that last round was not a great midi, but still won you the round pretty much.
Yeah.
I think the only one I remember was the one on like Lex, but it was also pretty average. The second round or something.
I suppose unless anyone else has any questions, we can go on to shoutouts. No more questions? All right, we'll start with Cookie. if you'd like to give a shout out or some shout outs.
Yep. Shout out to the team, to the other teams, the casters, everyone for sitting through that crap. Silvo and Down for playing in Paulson's absence. Big shout out to him. Yeah, that's it.
Lachlan?
Yep, just shout out to both teams for a good game. Bad luck to last session, but congratulations, and then shout out Sam and Alt.
Lock?
Shout out to my team. It's another easy bench warmer medal for me. Shout out to B1 and shout out to Power in chat.
Right, do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to Valve for the incredible update. Good fun, that one. Shout out to I'll go Maddie, Fed, Nugels, Aiden, Corey, and Jed. That's it.
Turris?
Shout out to CappingTV letting me jump in last minute then, and shout out to the guys for putting up with a rough Valve influenced game.
Yeah, no, definitely shout out to the new update. That was a lot of fun, and shout out to doing the Scriblio part of the stream. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, also to both the teams, and I think especially Isolation. They tried really hard. It's a shame that they lost, but you guys definitely deserve the win. So,
no, they're next up, bro.
Yeah, they're next up. Shout out Zerk and Doc, my band players. So there you go.
Oh, and we're shouting out for Mitch during all this production on hotel setup.
True, he is. For some reason doing this in a hotel with his shitty little laptop. So, but thankfully we managed to get through it somehow. But anyway, I'll finish by saying that we have the Ulti Duo 18 Cup, which is on May the 4th. So be excited to see Rocky win that one again. And as well as the LAN Down Under qualifiers. So not the actual LAN, but the qualifiers, which will be on the 17th to the 18th. Not all teams will be playing because some just get through. But
Well, it sounds like Cookie will be headed to LAN, so probably them and the other team. So,
so it might be a good rematch. Actually, is there any?
Yeah, hopefully we see
is there
it
any
again.
information on that? Cookie is Witness going to LAN? Can you give me any
We
info?
are keen.
Yeah,
You're keen, so there's potential.
Do you know the roster, Cookie? Who is coming?
It should be. Well, I assume you're not going, right? So we'll get Down and Silvo in. Connor might move back to Soldier.
I bet
You gotta play Soldier if you're on 5 ping.
Yeah.
That's the law.
Yeah, the Vengeance assembling again for LAN, but that'll absolutely be an astonishing game. It'll be so close, and it'll be at LAN as well at a great venue. So I'm very excited to see that. But as I was saying, May 17th to 18th qualifies if you want to try and get into LAN. And that will be, the signups will be on ozfortress and covered by CappingTV. So I'll assume they'll stream a couple of games.
And that's 6 teams out of those non-witness and isolation teams.
Yeah. So it's just whoever signs up, and out of those 6 teams, they will go to LAN. Yeah. So I think that'll be really interesting and a more competitive LAN than normal. So get hyped. And I think the dates for the LAN are 6th,
July 7th, July 8th. I think.
July 7th, July 8th. Yeah, I believe. There you go. So get keen, get ready,
6
and
6 and 7.
Yeah, and also the off season starts now, so 2 months for the off season until season 40. Actually,
third place playoff, man. The real grand final.
Time to dust it off.
Exciting stuff. You guys are definitely gonna have to watch that third place game. I'm gonna beat Elmo and crush him. So, and I think that'll be casted by CappingTV as well sometime next week. So look forward to that. Anyway, unless we have anything else to say, Mitch, is that about it? Let's send it.